Greetings, I'm Barrett and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Today we're going to be doing a playthrough of Venom Assault. This is a deck building game where you're going to use dice to take on the evil forces of Venom and try to stop their attempt at world domination. Yes, this may sound very similar to a game I did recently, G.I. Joe the deck building game. It has a lot of the same theme and a few of the same mechanics. I'm excited to show you this one because I had some people asking for more G.I. Joe, the deck building game, and I thought, why don't I play this one out on the table and show you what it's all about, so that if you're interested in getting a game similar to it, you might find this one to be exactly what you're looking for. Before we start, I do want to thank Colin over at the One Stop Co-op Shop. He did let me borrow his copy of Venom Assault so I could do this playthrough. If you're looking for a great playthrough of his, I will put a link to it in the description below. He did a mission called, I believe it was Freedom Assault, where I am going to do a different mission called World of Darkness. So you'll be able to see how the different missions are in this game. And then if you're afraid you might see too much content, don't fear. There are a ton of missions you can do in this game. And the amount of cards that you can recruit from the recruitment deck and all the different things that can happen are astronomical. So you're going to see a lot of replay value even if you do these same missions over and over. This is Venom Assault. We're going to get a setup done, then we're going to jump right in and see if we can thwart the evil forces of Venom. And if you're excited to see it, then I need you to meet me at the table. The first thing we're going to want to do is decide how many players we're going to have. We're going to be playing with 2 players. I've got one of our starting decks all set up, and I've got the other deck right here, which is going to be consisting of 6 different recruit cards, and it's also going to have 4 commando cards in it. And just to quickly go over what one of these cards is all about, right here we have the name of the card. Then here it shows the symbol of what card it's going to be. It's either a soldier, a vehicle, or a location. This is going to be a soldier. This is the cost it's going to be in order to buy the card. Now, of course, these are starter cards. Why do they have symbols down here that have to do with how much they're worth? Some cards in the game may actually didn't come to this symbol and ask for what that number is, which is why there are some on the starter cards. This is the amount of recruit points that they're going to get that you're going to use to recruit more people into your deck. This is the amount of dice they're going to roll when they go to be attacking the Venom leaders. And that's only if they're the leader. Otherwise, they're going to be maybe giving dice or abilities based on what is found down here during the tactical or combat phase. And we'll see how a lot of those change in the game, but just be aware that a lot of the starting cards are all very similar. They're going to have just this +1, and this one, of course, has +2, so they'd be better leaders than this one. And we're just going to mix these up just to get this game rolling here, and we're going to draw out 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got my 5 cards, which is going to consist of 2 commandos and 3 recruits. And then we'll go ahead and draw up 5 cards for this player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that person has, what is it, 2 commandos and 3 recruits. We got this same hand. And we also are going to designate who is the commander. We're just going to make the player 1 over here the commander. That's only going to have an impact on the way the game runs through its cycles of turns. This will not be passing from players to players. This is always going to be the commander. It's always going to be that person, and they're always going to be going first, and play will go to the right. The next thing we have to do is pick our mission. We're going to do World in Darkness. If you notice here, there's a black line under it. That signifies that this is a standard difficulty type mission. If the other ones are coming into play, you're going to see them have a red line here. That's going to mean that they are more difficult. We're going to play a standard one. Maybe I can actually win this one. And we're going to see some text up here that's going to have to do with what this is all about. Then we have some setup, some victory conditions, and this track over here is how Venom's power is growing. And if they ever get all the way to the bottom, they're going to be able to succeed in their plans for world domination, or I guess causing the world to go into darkness, and we'll lose the game. That's one of the main lose conditions, is if this track all comes all the way up to the top. So let's quickly go through and read what is happening to our World in Darkness. Power outages have started striking randomly across the world. Uplink has been working on the problem and discovered that Venom has acquired the Shroud of Darkness, an alien technology that enables them to drain the world's energy. She is sure that Venom hasn't figured out how to properly control it yet, but once they do, the whole world will be at their mercy. We must mobilize teams immediately to destroy their control cubes. So if we see here our setup, we're going to locate the red, blue, yellow, and green control cubes out of the reward deck. And I have found these right here. We're going to set these aside for a second. And then we're also going to grab 10 other reward cards and make a reward deck. Then we're going to grab 14 random Venom leaders from the leader deck, and there is an astronomical amount of these leaders. So it's really good that they have a ton of them we can face, because you're never going to have the same type of game twice. Our victory condition is to collect all 4 of those cubes and liberate Venom Island, which is one of the places on the board. Venom Island is considered liberated once it does not refill with Venom leaders or reward cards. That's going to be awesome. Let's get this all set up, and we'll go through these as they actually trigger in the game. As it said, we'll take our 4 cards and we'll grab 10 other reward cards. Look again how big this deck is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10. And there are 4 of these, so we're going to give these a good old truffle shuffle here and mix them up real good so we don't know where those control cubes are. We have to go out into the world and stop the Venom leaders and find these control cubes. At that point, I'm also going to take 14 Venom Assault leaders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There we go. We have all of our Venom leaders and our reward cards. We also have an event deck. This event deck is not the standard event deck you would play in the game. I've added a lot of the Valor and Villainy stuff to this deck, and the way to create this deck with the Valor and Villainy expansion is found in the expansion rulebook, so please feel free to check that out if you're wondering how this deck is made. But this deck will have cards that are usually good, bad, and also some all quiet type cards, so nothing is happening. And we're going to be drawing one of these at the beginning of that commander's turn. The next thing to get ready is our training grounds. This is going to be made up of this huge stack of Freedom Fighter cards here. These are the recruit cards that we're going to be able to get through the game. We're going to place down 5 of them into the training grounds here, and we're going to use our recruitment points to buy some of these cards to make our deck more powerful. We're going to quickly just look at a few of these cards. They're going to be very similar to what you saw when it came to the actual standard cards, except for this one. This is a Hornet. This is one of those vehicles. Vehicles are cool. They can do some really neat things, but they can never lead a fight against a leader. They're going to have some extra little abilities down here, and this right here is how much they're going to cost recruit. This is how much recruitment points to get, and this is how much they use when they're a leader. Of course, there can't be leaders, so very often you don't see numbers in that area. But they are going to give a very powerful tactical advantage usually when you play one of these cards out. Of course, these are the other type of leaders that we could get into our squad, so we'll have to figure out which ones might be best. Now, if there's nothing here that you like when it comes to your turn, you can, instead of spending any recruitment points, you can actually reload this entire place by just discarding them. Then as you buy these will be reloaded after your turn, but they're not going to be reloaded while you play. So say I had 2 cards that costed 3 and I had 6, I could buy this one for 3, let's say, but it's not going to refill until I'm done. So I could buy potentially the other one that's 3 if it was next to me. I hope that makes sense. This is our Venom support deck. I've already shuffled this deck as well. It's, again, a huge, giant deck. These are the cards that are going to help the Venom leaders in certain ways. When you go to fight them, you're going to draw cards to increase their power or potentially hinder your ability. And you'll see how that goes during the playthrough. With all the card decks ready to go, we're going to lay out and seed our whole area here in the world. We're going to put down a reward card in each one of these different Venom strongholds. Now, of course, this is very scenario specific. There may be scenarios where you don't actually do all that for the game. It might tell you completely different setups, which is pretty cool that all these are a little bit different. I get to actually see these. I don't have to actually put them out. We're going to place them all down on top of each one of these. There are going to be 14 of these guys. We'll see how this goes. And we'll go ahead and take a look at one of these right now, just so you have an idea of kind of how they work. Let's take a look at, let's go with this guy right here. He's going to show right here that he has 4 health. He also has 3 defense. So you need to get a 3 or better on your dice and get 4 successes in order to be able to take this guy out. There isn't any health going over to the next turn. It is an all or nothing type thing. This is the amount of Venom support cards he is going to draw that will increase or decrease our chances of actually beating him. Also, he's going to have special abilities here. For example, this guy during the tactical phase is going to increase certain stats based on the weather condition he's in. And they also might have some global effects. So in the places that have the snow symbol, all Venom leaders are going to gain +1 health and defense. Now that might mean we might want to take this guy out before we have to go to an Arctic place up here, for example. So now that I have them all out here, what I am going to look for is global effects. And he's the only one that has one, so we're going to take a global effect token and place it on him just so I can hopefully remind myself, we'll see if it actually happens, that he has some effects effect that we have to handle. In the Valor and Villainy expansion, it came with these medal cards. These are going to be rewards that we can potentially gain. They're kind of like extra little missions side missions that we can do. So each player is going to draw 2. So this is going to be for the commander. And we're going to draw out 2 of these and pick 1. And if we're ever able to abide by this ability here, we're going to gain this advantage, which is kind of cool. So it says lower Venom leader's defense by at least 3 in a single combat, regardless of whether the marker stops at a minimum value, or have 10 or more recruit in a single turn. I think we have a better chance at this one off the top at the very beginning of the game than we do for this one. So I'm going to put this one on the bottom, and we're going to use this one for our commander. He's going to take that one, or she. And then we're going to play out a couple more of these for the other character that we're playing. We have Silver Star of Diversity and the Bronze Star of Bravery. This one states win a combat where at least 3 Venom support cards were drawn to support the Venom leader, or we can play 1 Freedom Squadron card with a weather symbol, abilities in a single turn, and then can be on the same or multiple cards. Okay, I think, again, this one might be a little bit easier because I'm not going to have a lot to be able to get rid of Venom cards right off the bat. So maybe if we go after a more powerful person, we'll be able to get this one as well. Of course, if we do that, we'll be able to gain this ability down here during the recruitment phase. Once per game, use this card to search the recruitment deck for a vehicle with a cost equal to or less than a vehicle in your hand, and place that card in your hand and shuffle the recruitment deck. It also shows down here that it has 3 victory points. I don't really play with victory points, but in the end you can kind of see who was the better, I guess, freedom soldier. But I think it's just better to win the mission, if you ask me. On the back of the rulebook is a quick reference page that shows you step by step how to go through the entire game here. We'll start with the event phase, which is the commander only. We're going to apply any global effects that take place during the event phase. There are none out there. And we're going to draw 1 card from the event deck and resolve its effects. After that, we'll move into the recruitment phase. I can't even talk. The recruitment phase, and apply any global effects that take place during the recruitment phase. At that point, then one by one, we'll play all our cards in our hand using the recruitment phase abilities. If you choose, then we're going to add up the recruitment points and recruit cards from the training grounds, placing recruitment cards in my discard pile. So these are not going to go into your hand, and they're not going to go on top of the deck. They're going to go right into your discard pile, very similar to some of the other deck builders. Then we're going to go into a tactical phase, which is where we choose if we want to actually fight one of the Venom leaders out there, which might not be happening for the first few turns because we're going to have some really basic cards, but we'll see how it goes. Then we're going to go into the combat phase. Those rules are found here, and we'll go through step by step when we get to that point. Then at the end of the combat phase, you can choose to go to a retirement phase, where at this point I can choose to retire a card from your current hand, or from cards in play that I played out, which is really cool. It's a way to get rid of some of those starter cards, and you can do it every turn, which is pretty neat. Then we have our end of turn phase. We're going to apply any global effects. We're going to discard any of the used Venom support cards during that turn. We're going to refill any empty zones with reward cards and Venom leaders. Then we're going to refill the training grounds to 5 cards, discard any cards discard all the cards I played. Then I'm going to draw up to 5 new cards, and we'll go to the next player's turn. Since it is our first player's turn, we'll draw our event and see what we have found. We have found Hard Burden to Bear. Venom discovers that a stone able to grant the owner 1 wish is currently acting as a sick girl's heart. Stretcher, who also discovers this information, knows that the only way to prevent Venom from taking the stone is to destroy it. Will she make the right decision? So down here, there's a global effect during the tactical phase. Lower the Venom leader's Venom assault cards or Venom support cards by 2 after Venom support abilities have taken effect. Choose to have the total combat dice given by either the combat leader or the freedom support. So this is going to be in play for this entire round, and we'll be drawing a new one at the beginning of the next turn. At this point, we will now play out all our cards, and you want to play them in an order that would benefit you most. At the beginning of the game, it's not really going to make too much difference because they all do the same thing, pretty much nothing. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 recruit. So we're going to go see what we have that we can maybe get for 8 that would be beneficial to us. With 8, we're going to take Flatline. I think he's going to be awesome. This guy says he gets 2 recruit. He's going to be able to use 2 dice when he's the leader, but I'm probably not going to use him too much a leader. He has this ability called Teamwork. Teamwork is something that you can do on your other person's turn. It helps them out. It's a really cool addition to the game. It's fantastic. Tactical phase. The active player may take a random hero or a soldier from their discard pile and add it to play. Or if I don't use the teamwork ability, I could then, for the tactical phase, discard 1 random Venom support if I wish to. We'll put this right into our discard pile. At this point now, I could choose to go to the tactical phase and maybe take out one of the Venom operatives, but there's quite a bit out there and they seem pretty powerful right now. I don't really have anybody that's going to really be able to do a lot. Of course, the longer you wait, the more that that worse events could actually happen. And of course, if you ever pull a Venom assault, that means the track for the Venom faction is going to go up and it's going to be even worse for us. I get to now, instead of going to the tactical phase, the combat phase, choose to retire somebody. I'm going to retire this recruit person, which means we're just going to put this into the discard or the retirement pile, which is next to that Freedom Soldier Training Grounds deck. This person is going to go discard. These are all going to go in the discard. That's going to be about it. I'm going to draw up to 5 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, sadly, I'm sure it's going to be pretty much the same thing you just saw because we know how many cards are in the deck. At this point, we'll move to the next player's turn and refresh the card here. Glacier has come out. It costs 6 during the tactile phase. Lower the Venom leader's defense by 2, and it's 3 if I am in a snow area. That's actually a really good card. We have the same hand here, so it's going to give us a total of 8 recruitment points if I want to use them. We're going to take Glacier. He's 6, meaning I have 2 more recruitment. I can't use it. That's too bad. That's okay. But I do have an issue with him. He only gives 0 recruits. So if I start retiring characters and don't have any recruit, I'm going to be stuck with the ones I have. So it's another thing you have to bear in mind. Like if I would have had 1 more, I could have got Preacher, who does have the 2 recruit. That could probably help us. We'll discard, put him in the discard pile, and I am going to retire a Commando from this deck. We'll put these into the discard pile, and then we'll draw the same 5 cards that we have over the other side because that's the way this works. There we go. We have our same hand as the other characters. It's amazing how I actually had that happen to me. I'll place out a new card right here. We have Striker. Now, sadly, I already know I only have 8. And I'm going to draw our next event now that we've moved over to the commander. And so, who knows, we might have less than 8 here in a second. We have found Glacier Goes South. Unhappy with how the team has been performing in sub-zero weather, Glacier and Hollow Point set up a week-long ice camp to help the others train. All is quiet. So there isn't anything that's going to be affecting us this round. So this might be a turn I might try to take out somebody. We already know from the previous turn that we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if there's something to buy. We already know there is something to buy. Let's find something here that could be really good for us. We're going to go with Inferno. I'm going to grab him. He could be a great leader with 4 dice. I think that'll be awesome. So we'll put him into our discard pile. Looking at all the Venom leaders out there, this might be the one that we probably have our best chance at. Some things you want to look at when you actually go through and seeing what you're going to attack is you might want not go after one that does have something like if combat fails and you have to deal with something bad for yourself. At this point, especially since I don't have any big guys in my hand. So I think we're going to go after him. Let's show you how tactical combat works. The first thing you do is pick the Venom leader you're going to go after. We have chosen him, and we're going to set his health and defense values based on the card. So this track here will help us remind us that he has 3 health, or 4 health, sorry, and 3 defense. This means that we have to get 4 successes, and the successes have to be 3 or higher. Now, if we look at this, none of the actual effects he has here are going to come into play except for the air one here. He's going to be able to draw 2 more extra Venom support cards. And I kind of misunderstood how this global effects are. If he's in the ice, all Venom leaders gain +1 health and +1 defense. He's not there, so this global effect really isn't going to come into play. I'm going to remove that. We're going to go ahead now into the next part where we're going to choose a leader. We're going to choose our Commando as our leader, basically because he has 2, the double pistol symbol here gives 2, which means he'll be able to roll 2 dice when he goes against this Venom assault leader here. Next, we're going to add any of the support abilities from our characters that we played out. And each one of our supports are going to give us an extra die, so we now have a total of 4, 5, 6 dice. We'll see if that works. At this point, we'll draw out our Venom Assault support cards here, and he's going to get 3, and right here, because the area is going to get 2 more. I didn't even think about that when I went after this guy. This could be a total bad news city here. We'll see how it goes. So he's going to grab the top 5 Venom Assault cards off of them and reveal them. We're not going to go through them yet. We're just going to reveal them one at a time here. So during the tactical phase, he get +1 defense, and he's going to, if he was in the snow, he get +1 health. Then we've got Night Stars. Combat phase, I'm going to have to reroll 1 success. If I'm in the air, I'm going to have to reroll 2, and we are in the air, so that's terrible. Then we have this one, tactical phase, +1 defense. In the water, I have to discard a freedom support vehicle. That's not going to happen. During the tactical phase, he's going to get +1 because of the Python, so +1 health. Then for the tactical phase, you get +1 defense, +1 health for every wasp revealed beyond the first. Okay, so good news, you only have one wasp. So we're going to put them up with the Venom support cards. You always know you're probably in a world of hurt when you fill up the entire row of Venom Assault cards. So we'll see how this goes. At this point, from left to right, we'll apply the Venom support abilities and take place during the tactical phase. So we have a tactical phase 1 that gives him +1 defense. I'm going to adjust the slider to 4. Then we have during the combat phase, now we also have another tactical phase, so now his defense is 5. Then we're going to have a tactical phase where he's going to have a 5 health. And then we're going to have another tactical phase where he's going to gain another defense. So where he's up to 5 health and 6 defense, well, now if at any point we get to, after drawing these Venom Assault cards, that we cannot pass. So let's say he got even one more defense up here, bring his defense to 7, and I don't have anything that's going to be able to add to my dice rolls. We would just stop combat there. We wouldn't even roll the dice. We'd just take our losses and lick our wounds and go back home. But that is not the case. In some stroke of miracle, we might actually get 5 6s. Let's see how this goes. We got a total of 1, 2 6s, and we have a card that has a global effect or combat effect here. It says reroll one of your successes, reroll 2 if you're in the air. We'll roll those up. So here we go. We got none. So as opposed to all successes, we got none successes. So as I said earlier, we are going to lick our wounds and go back to our base. Lucky for us, there was no end of combat effects, so we don't have to worry about anything bad happening to us. I do get the ability here, if I want to go ahead and retire a character. Well, this guy did not do very well. We're just going to retire him. I feel sorry for him. He gets to go back home and hang out. We'll put the rest of these into our discard pile, and now we're going to have to draw up some new cards. Hopefully we can get some good commanders in here so we can actually maybe take on one of these guys and not have anything really bad happen to us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we have got. We got a commando. We got flatling. Oh, we got inferno. We got all his good. Oh, this guy's going out on a super mission next time. We'll place down one more card right here. We got an avalanche. That looks kind of cool. We will also discard all of these, and we'll be drawing new Venom cards for the next time we go after somebody. Even if we go after him again, we'd be drawing up new Venom support cards each time. We already know what the next person has. They have 8 recruits, so I'm not going to show you the hand. We're just going to go ahead and buy something. We could maybe get her, and during the combat phase, I can look at the top card from your draw deck and add its combat value to the rolled value of 1 combat die and discard the revealed card, which might not be a bad idea. Or I could get this during the recruitment, spend 5 to place the top card from the recruitment deck into your discard pile. Ooh, that's not bad, because we never know what could come from it. It could be a really good card. I think we're going to take the Hornet. It gives me 1 recruit, which is kind of cool. And during the tactical phase, if I'm in a air place, which we seem to be wanting to go after that one guy, I can actually get +1 to my attack, which might not be too bad. Let's take that Hornet and put it into our discard pile. I'm not going to do anything else, so I'm just going to discard. I'm going to retire one of our commanders. That's just fine. We're going to add a new card here, and we're going to shuffle up his entire deck because, well, he has no cards. We're going to give this a good old truffle shuffle here. Hopefully he can get some of his commanders into the deck as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe even that. We got another Hornet out here. Really? All right. We did get Glacier, which will probably help us out. That's the end of the turn, so we're going to discard our events right into here, and then I'll draw a new one and see what we have found. We have found another All Quiet. It says Freedom Squadron makes a debut on a local charity marathon that is earning money for orphans and putting on a stunning show. They help the charity raise lots of pledges. Oh, that's fantastic. Yes, that's definitely a noble deed. We are going to have All Quiet, which is going to be great. Let's see what we can do with our commander. We have our recruits, our commander, and then we have Inferno and Flatline. Inferno isn't going to help us with any recruiting, but that's okay. If I look at these cards, if I ever use anything that is going to happen during the recruitment phase, if I use that ability, I wouldn't be able to make them a commander. In order to be a commander, you can't use any of your abilities because you're too busy commanding your troops. He's probably going to be the commander of our next battle because he's absolutely amazing with 4 attack. So what I'm going to use is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if we recruit something pretty cool. For 6, I think I'm going to pick up an Avalanche, and that means he could be really good in the Arctic, which wouldn't be a bad idea. We'll put that in our discard pile, and we'll go to the tactical phase. This is a perfect opportunity to go after Soleto, because it says here during the tactical phase, I'm going to look through the discard pile, and she's going to get +1 health and +1 defense for every one of my, soldiers. That's it, soldiers in the discard pile. I don't have any in there right now, and I'm going to double all my combat value bonuses given by freedom support in combat. I don't have any of those either. So this is going to be a complete wash card. I'm just going to need 3 successes in order to take down this character, and I need to get a 3 or higher doing it. Now she does get to draw 1 Venom Assault card. So we have chosen our Venom leader we're going after. We're going after that one. And it's in the Arctic, so because of that, this global effect is going to come into play where all Venom leaders get +1. Oh, no, it doesn't. That's only if he's in the no, that's my fault. That's not going to happen. Good for me. We're going to set her values at 3 and 3 on our little track, so we just have to roll those 3s or better and see if we can do it. We're going to choose our leader. It's going to be Inferno. Inferno is going to grab his 4 dice and place them down on his card, and each one of these is going to gain a die as well, so I'm rolling 7. This looks a little bit better than our last attempt at trying to take somebody out. We do still have to draw a Venom support card for Soleto. Let's see what that Venom support card is. It is Venom Troopers. Tactical phase, +1 health or +1 defense, whichever is lower. If they're equal, the active player chooses which to increase. I think we're going to increase her health to 4. That way we have to get 4 successes now at a 3 or better. But before that goes into play, I am going to use Flatline's ability during the tactical phase to discard a random Venom support. Well, there's only one, so I'm just going to discard that. So we're back down to needing 3s on, well, it looks like 7 dice. We will discard Soleto. She will go into our victory point pile. I don't really play with victory points. I just play to try to win the game because I think it's pretty awesome. And she is going to reveal a meteorite from deep space. This meteorite crashed on Earth in the most remote part of Antarctica. I'm not in Antarctica. Okay, well, that's okay. Maybe she moved it up here. Okay, it says no one knows where it came from, only that it was from uncharted space. Global effect, tactical phase. Choose between one of the symbols here, and a Venom support vehicle suffers -1 of the bonus they are offering in the chosen value. Oh, that's pretty cool. This is always in effect because it's a global effect. That's monstrous. That's going to be awesome. At this point, we'll add a reward card back down in here. Remember, we're still looking for those cubes, and we're going to put another Venom Assault character down here. This guy looks super easy to kill, so there must be some big problem with him. Cottonmouth supporting roulette have doubled their abilities effect. Tactical phase. Roulette's defense is obtained by rolling a combat die. Oh, okay, I knew there was going to be some kind of catch there, but he still doesn't seem too bad. I'm again going to choose to retire one of our commandos, and we're going to discard these cards, draw up 5 new cards, which sadly are probably not going to be as amazing because I think a lot of these are just going to be our standard cards because we had all our heroes in the last hand. Let's see what our next card from the river is. It is Mirage, who's worth 6, which might not be a bad deal. If we look at the recruitment points that our character has, 2, 4, 5, 6, that is enough for Mirage, or I could get another Hornet, or I could get Selkie. I think we'll get Mirage. We'll put her in the discard pile, and at this point I can choose to go out on a mission now. Now remember, I could use him because I did not use any of his powers yet to do that. Or I could use one of my commandos and be able to use his power during the tactical phase. We're going to be a little risky. We're going to go after Spectre Wolf. So we've chosen our Venom leader. We're going to go ahead, put his numbers to 4 and 4 on the track. At this point, we are going to apply any of the leader abilities that he has or any global effects. Well, he does have an ability here during the tactical phase that states, before a combat leader is chosen, roll 1 die and compare the results. 1 or 2, discard 1 freedom support from play, choose the combat leader at random, or draw 2 fewer cards in the end of your turn. I don't like any of that. An Arctic Wolf supporting the Spectre Wolf are going to have double their abilities, so this could actually turn out to be really bad. Let's take our die and roll it up and see what we get. We got a 4, so we're going to, oh no, this is going to be really bad. We're going to mix these up and draw our card at random and see what we get. We got a recruit who gets 0 attack, so that's awesome. So I'm not going to get any attack from that. That's fantastic. And now she's also going to get 3 of those Venom Assault cards. But we'll get to those in a second. Now that I guess we'll get to them now because I don't get to choose a leader. It's right there. I'm going to draw 3 Venom Assault cards and see what we get. We have the Ice Badger. Tactical phase. When drawn, discard all freedom support cards and redraw an equal amount of cards. Combat must continue. Reapply any Venom leaders assaults. Redraw one less card instead. Okay, so this is absolutely the worst thing that could have happened. Then we have the pythons, which are going to give him +1 health. I'm just going to move that up to 5. I know I'm supposed to resolve these at a certain time. Then we have tactical phase, lower the combat leaders by -1. Good, it's at 0, it doesn't matter. So these two have already been completed. I'm going to put them up here, but I have to take care of this one now. And it has a when drawn effect, which means I wouldn't even be able to deal with that from any of my abilities, like getting rid of one of these cards, because it's a when drawn. Well, he is thwarting all of my plans because I was planning to use this ability down here to give him -3, meaning I'd have only needed 1s, which he probably would have done okay with. But instead, I have to discard all of my support here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to discard all of my 4 cards and draw 3 because I'm in the snow, so I only get 3 of these. And they're all recruits. We're just going to add 1 die. So I get 4 dice now instead of, and I don't get to lower his defense at all. Looking at where we stand, I get 0 from this, and I'm going to get 1, 2, 3. So I have a total of 3 dice I can roll. That's not enough because I need to get 5 successes. So this guy is going to be able to survive his attack here. That was absolutely terrible. I should have gone after somebody else, but oh well. I'm going to discard these cards now because they're the new cards I have, and we're going to redraw up to 5. But before we do, I do get to retire one of these cards. I just want to see a 0. These are all, I'm just going to get rid of one of the recruit. I'm just going to discard it. That's fine. I get these 2, plus I'm going to shuffle these up to get a few more cards here. Let's see what we're able to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5. What I really need is some cards that haven't given me a card draw. That'd be great. I've got my Hornet, and I've got a couple commandos and a couple recruits for our person there. That's the end of yet another turn. We'll draw another event card and see what we found. Oh my gosh, more of these, all quiet. Celebrating worldwide commerce commence on March 10th. The end of World War III. As a revelry is celebrated, it seems as though no one on Earth is interested in committing ill will on their fellow man. Fantastic. That's a great plan. I'm super excited we're not doing ill will. We should have restocked this up here. We've got Stretcher, and I've got a total of 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I do have 9 here. So I could either get Preacher or I could get Striker. And I think Preacher is going to be fantastic because he's got a tactical phase teamwork ability here that if the active player's combat leader is 2 or less, they may reveal the top card of their draw deck. If the revealed card is a soldier, give the combat leader +3, then discard the revealed card. This, I think, is going to be very, very good. I can't think of anything better than him, except for her. She has the ability to take a vehicle from your discard pile and put it into play. Nope, I want Preacher. Preacher's going to be awesome. Put that in my discard pile. And we're going to go try to take on Roulette this time because it did not go well for us to take on Spectre Wolf. I've chosen our Venom leader. It is going to be him. We're going to set his health at 3 and his defense is going to be at 0. But I do have to roll here during the tactics phase to see what his defense is. It's a 1. Oh, yes, that's going to be so good. I get to now choose a leader. I am going to choose our commander here, who is going to, or commando I should say, he's going to get 2 dice, and then each one of these is going to add 1 dice. So that's a total of 4 more dice. I'll just place them right down there. He does get to reveal 2 Venom Assault cards. I don't have anything I can do about these. Let's see how this goes. He's going to get the Night Hawks. Tactical phase, when drawn, discard 1 random freedom support card. If the discarded card is a vehicle, the Venom leader gains +1 card. It is not a vehicle, it's just one of these. So now I'm losing one of my dice. I will discard that. And I know I'm supposed to resolve these in order from left to right here. We'll go with the next one. Tactical phase, lower the combat leader damage by 2. Oh, that's terrible. So he loses 2 dice. So now I'm up to 3. I have to roll, well, 1s are better on 3 dice. I can't fail this because he's only got 1s. So if I just roll these up, I don't see how I can lose this. Oh, look, no, 3 1s. I actually, 3 things that are 1 or higher. So we were able to defeat this guy thanks to him having a 1 down here. We'll give that into another victory point pile here. And we'll grab our reward, which is a welcome to the Carnage Dome. Hardcore is found guilty of excessive violence after assaulting a Venom guard who has surrendered during the liberation of a facility. He is sent to join Corporal Carnage's Carnage Corps. Okay. Recruitment phase. Once per game, use this card to retire any 1 soldier in your draw deck and take 1 soldier from the training ground into your discard pile. Shuffle your draw deck and discard pile together afterwards. Oh, that's really good. All right. That's fantastic. With him defeated, We'll grab another one of our reward cards, and we'll place down, who's this? Rojas and Azure. After defeating Rojas and Azure, they must be defeated again, beginning with a new tactical phase. Discard all Freedom Squad and Venom support cards in play, and place the top 5 cards from your draw deck into play. Rojas and Azure have Venom Assault cards 4 for the second combat. Oh my gosh, all right, that sounds pretty cool. That's kind of neat. Kind of reminds me of Tomax and Zaymot. All right, we're going to remove this. This is going to go in our discard pile, and I am going to retire one of our recruit. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to draw a new card into our river. We have Wild Card. Wild Card's pretty cool. Here, let's see what he does. He can choose one of the following. During my recruitment phase, I can shuffle him back into a recruitment deck and then place one soldier from your training grounds into your hand. That's not bad. Or a tactical phase, choose a Freedom Squadron soldier taking part in combat. Wild Card becomes an exact copy of that card till the end of the combat. Oh, wow, that's really good. But he's 6, so that's not too tough to get. Now we have to draw 5 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. See what we got. We got a Commando, we got Inferno, we got Recruit, we got Flatline, and we got Preacher. We got all these now. Remember, Preacher has that teamwork, so we might play that on the other person's turn. Our character here has a 7. I could pick up that wild card, but I'm going to grab her, Stretcher. The reason I'm doing this is because 6 recruit is ridiculous, and they have that medal that they're trying to earn, where if I can get a total of 10 or more in a single turn, I can get that, and this thing is pretty much going to guarantee that. And it also allows me to prevent retirement on characters. Not sure how important that is at the beginning here, but as we build our deck, and who knows, we might get rid of all of these cards eventually, and we just have good cards in our hand. We don't want these to retire then at that point. But that's the end of our recruitment. I didn't use any of the abilities on these, though I could have used this to spend 5 to place the top card of the recruitment deck into your discard pile. But instead, I'm using all of the recruitment here to get Stretcher. We're going to go after Rojas and Azure. I keep on picking on the Venom Mountain Defense. Well, it seems like the one I can take on. I'm going to use our Commando to go into battle here. He's going to lead us with 2 dice. Then I get all the tactical power from these. I get 1 here, 1 here, and we are 1 here. We are not in the air, so I do not get anything from that one, but that's okay. I get 3 more dice right here. So we have a total of 5. We're going to set his values at 2 and 2, and he gets 2 Venom Assault cards, which isn't too bad. Of course, I do have to defeat him twice. We'll see how this goes. He's got, what is this? A Wasp tactical phase. He's going to get +1 defense, so he's up to 3. This one, tactical phase +1 health, so he's going to get +1 health. I moved the wrong dial the last time, but that's okay. And this says if you discard pile has 5 or more cards in it, add 1 additional +1 health, and that is not going to happen. There's only 1 in my discard. And this one says +1 health for every other wasp revealed. There are no other wasps revealed, so we're doing okay. We need 3s. We need 3 3s on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice. Oh, come on, we can do this. Let's roll them up and see how it goes. Oh my gosh! Well, we beat him the first round, so he was taken care of the first round, which is really good. We're going to go into the second round of combat with him, but this time he is going to draw 4 of them, and I have to discard all of these cards and start a full new tactical round. Here's our hand of 5 cards. We do have Mirage, we have Glacier, and then we have a lot of recruits here. So this is going to be, oh wow, are we in the Arctic? We are in the Arctic. Oh, this is so good. I'm going to have Mirage lead this time, which means I can't use any of her abilities, but that's okay. I'm going to gain 1 die. Then I'm going to get the recruitment, or the tactical phase, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to get 3 more dice for those characters right there. We have 4. He's still at 2 and 2. He's going to draw 4 dice. I do have Glacier here that could probably help me here. He's going to draw 4 of those Venom support cards. I'm also going to play this. This is our teamwork tactical phase. If the active player's combat leader has 2 or less, they must reveal the top card of their draw deck. If the revealed card is a soldier, give the combat leader +3, then discard the card. Well, our entire discard hand is in the discard pile. So we're going to shuffle this up a little bit. We're going to draw a card and see what we got. We've got a soldier. We're going to discard that. And we're going to gain 3 more dice because Mirage only has a 1. This is fantastic. Well, is it fantastic? We have to discard these from the last time we fought him. Now we have to draw 4 cards. We're going to see how this goes here. Oh, wow, this is going to be... I had to lower the Venom's leader's defense by 2. It could be 3 instead. That's during the tactical phase. And we will do our abilities after we see the Venom Assault cards. This one is going to tactical phase +1 or +1, whichever they are active player chooses. I'm going to choose defense. I'm about to lower that. The next one is this, combat phase. Change the combat die with the highest rolled value to the opposite face, which becomes the die's rolled value, new value. If the combat fails, retire 2 of your chosen... Oh, no. Okay, well, that's no good. I'm going to put that up here because that's going to happen. We got sea serpents, +1 health, or if I'm in the water, +1 damage, or defense, not in the water. Then we have the pythons, which is going to give him +1 health. All right, so we have some bad things going on here. I get to lower the defense now by 3 because of this. So this is going to be really good. Instead, lower the defense by 3 because we are in the Arctic right here. So I'm going to lower this 3, 1, 2, and I can actually lower it right off the board. I, again, can't lose because he's got, I roll all these and we get 4s or better no matter what. Look at that, tons of 4s and better. Or, sorry, 0s or better. I got 0s or better. You can't get any worse than 0s or better. And that means our combat does not fail. I do have to change these combat dice to the opposite side, but it's not going to matter because there is no defense for this guy. I have defeated Rojas and Azure. We are going to gain medals, or we're going to gain victory points for that, and we gain a reward. We found the blue control cube. This strange pulsing blue cube was unearthed by Venom against agents in a tomb of an undocumented pharaoh. How it has the ability to disrupt energy is unknown. Global effect, tactical phase. Reduce the Venom leader health, defense, or Venom assault cards by 1. That's really good. Oh my gosh, our guys are getting really good. And that's really about it. I did also have this tactical card here I forgot about, which I can support things do -1 to these values, but this again didn't do that. It was just adding, or was making me re-roll, change dice and things of that nature. That's the end. I can choose to, I'm going to retire that character, totally fine. And we'll draw up to 5 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sure we got our good card in here. Where is Stretcher? There's Stretcher. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to have 12 recruit next time. It's going to be perfect. I'll be able to take advantage of that medal. We'll refill up our river here. We have the drawbridge here. I shouldn't say river. I should call it the training grounds, because that's what it really is. It's not a river. It's training grounds. Well, besides, why would all these people be hanging out on a river? We're... Crack myself up. Drawbridge. Tactical phase. Before the Venom leader's abilities take effect, treat the combat as if it were in a single zone of your choice. That would be really good against this guy. This guy's out of control with getting 5 cards right now. Okay, I don't like that guy. I did forget to fill this up with a new Venom leader that I'm probably going to take out because they seem to be a lot better than what's on the board. We have Psych Ward. All right, what's this guy all about? Tactical phase. After a combat leader is chosen, place 1 random freedom support under Psycho Ward. If Psycho Ward is not successfully defeated, retire the held card. If Hijack occupies a combat zone, add Hijack's support cards to the combat as well. Well, Hijack I don't think is out there right now, which is really good for me because that would be really bad. I have to set these back to 1, so when we go to combat again, I'll have them ready to go. Before we draw our next event, I did use this as a teamwork card, so this actually goes in my discard pile. I don't have access to it when I go to that person's turn. We're going to draw our next card and see what we have found. Venom strikes. Oh, Venom's sinister plot advances. Move the event track up by 1 and see the mission for the effect. Global effect, tactical phase. After Venom support abilities have taken effect, double the total combat dice given by freedom support. Oh, that's really good. I'm going to put that up in the active one this time instead of just putting the discard like I've been doing. Because we have a Venom assault, I will be moving that marker up 1. Okay, we don't want it to get much higher than that or it's just going to keep getting tougher and tougher. At 1, it says Venom has activated the red control cube. Oh no. The reward card is no longer providing its bonus to the players. It is still worth victory points for the player who captured it though. Oh, that's too bad. I'm in luck. I have a total of 5, 2, 4, 5 support or stuff that I can use for recruit. I think I'm going to grab this so that we can maybe use it against that character that's in the air right now, getting 5 of those Venom assault cards. I'm going to then go and see if we can take on another one of these characters. With our event out there, I think it's really important to go after these people. I'm going to choose to go after Burnout. So he's got something that happens during the combat phase, but we're going to set his track to 3 and 4. So I need to get 3 successes at a 4 or more on the dice. I'm going to choose Inferno to be our leader because he gets 4 dice, which is just out of control. At this point, I get to add our tactical in as well. I get 1 and 1, but because of our event, those are going to be +1. So I get a total of 4 more dice to be able to roll here, which is really good. He does get to use his Venom Assault cards here. Let's see what he gets. He gets 2 of these. These could be bad. They usually are bad. I can't think of anything that are good. Razor Shark. Tactical phase. Look at the top card of your draw deck. Add its recruitment cost the Venom leader's defense. Discard the revealed card. And if I'm in the C, which I am, add the revealed card's recruitment cost to the Venom leader's health as well. That's yucky. Then we have this one. Tactical phase, when drawn, I get to add +1 health and +1 Venom assault cards. Oh no, that's horrible. So we're going to give him +1 health, and we're going to draw another Venom support card. Well, actually, I'm not going to do them all yet. I get to draw one more Venom support card. See what this one is. Combat, reroll 1 success, 2 if I'm in the air. I'm not in the air. Okay, here's the deal. I have this card here, Tactical Phase, discard 1 random Venom support. So I'm going to discard this one. I don't want to have to deal with that. So Flatline used his ability. I'm going to have to deal with these two though. So we have raised health by 1, and I'm going to have to re-roll one of my successes. So I need to get 4 successes at a 4 or more. Or sorry, yes, 4 successes of 4 or more, and I have to re-roll one of them. Before we roll our dice, I do have this global effect that I almost forgot. Tactical Phase, reduce the Venom leader's health, defense, or Venom support cards by 1. And now that would have been a smart one to use, because then I would have been drawing only 1 card, and I could have actually just instantly canceled, not have to deal with any of this extra stuff. But failed in that aspect. So instead, I'm just going to use one of these. I'm going to move this track down to a 3. We're going to roll up our 8 dice, and now I only need to get 4 3s or better. Let's see how it goes. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Now I have to re-roll one of my successes, but I don't think it's really going to matter too much. Oh, I rolled back into another success. So that's 6. We were able to take out Burnout. We'll remove his card. I get that as a reward, and I also get this as a reward. Let's see what I got. I have found the yellow control cube, but if I'm right, no, it's the red one that's not working anymore. This was the first cube discovered by Venom scientists in ancient writings. Knowing how old these strange objects are, they sought them out for their evil plots. Global effect, Tactical Phase, reduced the Venom leader's health, defense, or wow, really 2 of them? That's actually out of control. Wow, this game's getting pretty easy with these cubes, but that's okay. That's probably why it's an easier mission. We'll place another reward card down with a Venom leader. We have found, oh, the Venom Commander. Look at this guy. He's only 2 and 2, but he draws 5 Venom Assault cards. In Tactical Phase, all other Venom leaders gain +1 Venom Assault cards. Oh, that's no good. We got to figure out a way to kind of nullify that. But I'll put our token there to remind myself. Well, at least try to remind myself that I have to do that. I will retire one of our commanders that helped us in that battle, and I'll draw up to 5 more cards. I've got exactly 5. So I've got our Avalanche Commando, recruit. This guy's not going to be doing anything next turn probably except buying stuff. I forgot to put another card out here. We have Drop Zone, and at this point now I have 10. I have 10 of these or more recruit in a single turn. I do have that. So recruitment phase, once per game, use this card to place the top card from the recruitment deck into your discard pile. That's pretty good. So now I do have that medal that I can use because I have 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 recruitment. I really wish there's something out here worth 12. That'd be awesome. Now I could get wild card. And I think I am going to grab wild card. This is going to be really awesome. I have a plan. He is worth what? 6 and I have 12, so I can get another 6 if I want. I can get another Hornet, or what does Drop Zone do? Should I have maybe gotten Drop Zone? No, I think that's okay. 6. I'm going to grab her. We're just going to grab her. I think she'll be kind of good. And that's going to be all we're going to get from our recruitment here. And I'm not going to use any of their special tactical powers here. We're just going to go right into seeing if we can take out another leader. This is a good time to take on Chameleon because both of my cubes are still activated. We're going to have Stretcher go ahead and be our leader. I know, we're going to have Medic go ahead and be the leader of our attack here, but that's okay. Now, during the combat phase, I'm going to reveal 1 card from the Venom support deck for each successful combat die, and I'll be re-rolling 1 success for any troop or any soldier I reveal, and then I'm going to discard the cards. At this point, I'm going to grab the rest of my dice here, which is going to be 3 more for my tactical cards. Now, remember that event is still in play, so it's actually going to be 6 dice, which is really awesome. I'm also playing in the air, so I'm going to gain 1 more tactical dice from this. Plus, that is also, I think, going to trigger this as well. It says, after Venom support abilities have taken effect, double your total combat dice given the freedom of support. Yes. So I'm going to get 1 more die. That's absolutely every die I have, which is awesome. And I am now going to have to draw our cards. Now look at this. He's got 6 defense, which is out of control, but only 3 health. And I have to draw Venom Assault cards. I have 0, but don't forget about the Venom Commander. He is going to make us draw 1. And I could at this point use one of my cubes to stop this, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to let this go. He's going to get +1 health or +1 defense, whichever is lower. So he's going to gain +1 health. He's at 4 health now. I'm going to use both of these to lower his defense value from 6 to 4, and I need to roll 4 4s with those dice in order to take out Chameleon. Oh, I hope we can do this. Let's roll our dice. We're looking for 4s. Come on, let's get this guy. Oh, look at all those 4s and more I got. All right, and take out 2 of these. These are no good. Now I have to I have to draw Venom support cards equal to the amount of dice that are successes. Is that the deal? Reveal 1 card from the Venom support deck for each success in combat. So I'm going to reveal a ton of cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 here. All I'm looking for is symbols. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, that was totally unlucky. I have to re-roll 6 of these dice. This is ridiculous. And I still need to get 4s or better, and I need to get 3 of them. I need to get 3 4s or better. Oh, yes, look at that. We got 3, 4 more. We got 5 total. Chameleon is gone. Oh, he was a little bit tougher than I thought he was going to be. Okay, we took him out. Let's get our reward. Our reward for killing him is this, the red control cube. Now, this one doesn't work anymore, but that's okay. And it's unknown what super scientist was used to craft this device. It appears to be nothing more than a small red box of clear glass that pulses with a red light. Its global effect is very similar to the other ones, but sadly, we don't get to keep the global effect. That's the way it goes. And we'll put this guy into our victory pile. We'll refill the Venom Sky Temple here with a reward and a Venom Assault character. We got Viperous. Viperous only has a 2 and a 4 and draws 2. Draw 2 events, ignore any Freedom Squadron events, and immediately resolve the Venom events as normal. That sounds terrible. I don't know if we're going to go after her. I don't want to draw events. I'm going to retire a recruit, fill up our training grounds, and we're going to shuffle our deck and see what we get here. We get to draw up to 5 more cards. Hopefully we get some good ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully we get some good ones here. Recruit, Hornet, Commando, Recruit, Mirage. All right, so we got some good stuff. We'll discard our event that's going on and draw another one. We have another all quiet card here. It is Into Your Tent I Will Creep. Sandbar sets out to find who is sneaking into the team's rooms at night and stealing various items. When he finds out who it is, a family or friendly raccoon, he builds them a home of their own. That's pretty funny. I do like the fact that all these have really cool flavor text that you can read and enjoy a little bit more of the game. With the amount we have here, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to take Striker. Basically, she has a pretty good combat if I wanted to have her leader. Plus, on top of that, I do have 2 of these vehicles in play, so I can maybe get one of them out of my discard pile to help us out as we play. Sadly, I don't think we're going to fight anything this turn. I'm just going to retire one of my recruits and shuffle these all up and draw some new cards. I just don't think I have the ability right now to take out any of those guys with a hand like that. That was all not the greatest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we have. We have Flatline again, a Recruit, Avalanche, Commando, and we have Striker. Now, sadly, her ability to pull them from my discard pile isn't going to take effect because, well, there's nothing in my discard pile. We'll just fill this up and see what we can buy for our other character. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have a total of 7. Might as well buy a Hornet. It's the only thing I can buy. Now, of course, like I said before, I could not use any and just clear this board, but there's some really good stuff out here, so I don't want to do that. We'll put this into our discard pile, and I'm going to use our medal. And another thing I forgot to do is whenever you complete a medal, you're supposed to grab 2 more and try to see which ones you want to complete. So I can keep on completing these. So this one says play at least 2 Freedom Squad cards with the water ability in a single turn, or lower a Venom's leader's health by at least 3 in a single combat, regardless of whether the market stops at the minimum value. I think we're going to grab this one because I might have some global effects that can help me do that. I'm going to put this one at the bottom. I'm also going to play this one that once per game, use this card to place the top card from the recruitment deck into your discard pile. Let's see what we got. We have a Carnage Dome. Oh, that's funny. We just learned a little bit about that. It's a place. When this card is recruited, it remains in front of you in effect. It does not count as in play. Teamwork. Once per round, choose 1. Recruitment phase. The active player gains +2 recruit. Tactical phase. The active player's combat leader gains +2. This is awesome. Now, I know this says it goes in your discard pile, but I believe that would be overridden by this card, so that is now continuously in play, which is sweet. I'm going to discard this. This no longer is part of our deal, and we're going to see if we can take somebody down. And another thing we're going to do, since I didn't realize this, looking at my cards, I just looked through the recruitment costs. I didn't look at their ability. Look at this one. Recruitment. Spend 5 to place the top card from the recruitment deck into your discard pile. I'm just going to do that. So now I'm going to get 2 cards this turn, and they're going to be completely free. Jinx, 6, which is better than anything I could have bought out here, which is awesome. So we'll put this person into the discard pile and see how it goes when that person comes up. And that doesn't get rid of this card, but this card can't be used as its leader. But it doesn't matter, it can't be a leader. Let's see if there's anything else I can do here, because I just kind of flipped through them. This happens during the recruitment phase. Choose one of the following. Look at a face-down Venom leader. You may choose to reveal it face up. Well, all mine are already face up. Reveal face up a reward card under any Venom leader. Look at the top 2 event cards from the event deck and place them back in any order. Well, let's go looking for the cubes. Let's take a look at this reward card right here and see if nope, it's a Venom schematic. That's not, I mean, I'll put it like this just so we know what it is, what it's going to be able to do for us if we want to get it. But I know I don't have to go after this guy anymore. He doesn't have one of the cubes. So I did use her recruitment phase ability here. So that means I cannot use her as a leader when we go forward to see if we want to fight somebody. So I'll have to use one of these commandos to lead us. Now I can still use any tactical phase if she had it down here, but I can't use her as an actual leader. At this point, I think we're not going to go into any combat because I just don't have, again, anything that's really going to help us. I'm going to retire one of my recruits and go on to the next turn by drawing 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully we get some good stuff. We got Wild Card and we got Glacier. This was the combo I was looking for. And look, oh my gosh, look at this. This is going to be an amazing turn for this person. She's going to be able to take out anything. This character's going to be able to take out anything I want. We do have to draw an event, which could totally foil all of our plans here. We have Venom Strikes. Venom's sinister plot greatly advances. Move the event track up 2 and see the mission for the effect. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely horrible. All right, let's see what happens. This track is going to go to 3, right when I thought things were getting a little bit easier. Now all of a sudden, oh, boom. If we look at 2 and 3, Venom has now activated the yellow and the blue cube. So that means that all of my cubes I have are null and void. I was planning to use those to get rid of those Venom Assault cards, but no more. That's not happening. Oh no, that was a horrible event to have happen. I have a total of 8 recruitment here, and let's make sure I don't have anything that I can use for the recruitment phase. It's all just tactical phase stuff. That's fine. I'm going to grab Watchdog here. He seems pretty cool. And put him in our discard pile, and we'll move on to see if we can take somebody out. Yep. I'm looking at you, Psycho Ward. He's going to be defeated here, I think. I'm going to choose a person for the leader. That is going to be him, or her, I should say. He's going to put his tokens at 3 and 3, and at this point, I have to place a random support character underneath him. So we're going to mix these up and put a random support character underneath there. Just give him a little truffle shuffle. Don't know what that was. We'll slide it right under there. And I still have these 2 left. That was terrible. I lost my guy that I really needed. Oh, well. Of course I did. That's awesome. We're going to get 3 dice for her. Then I'm going to get 1, 2, and then because in an Arctic area, I'm going to get 2 more. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 more dice. We need 3s. And on top of that, he gets to draw 2 Venom Assault cards. And we're going to draw 1 more because, of course, the Venom Commander is out on the board. Now, I don't have any way to get rid of these cards because, of course, I lost all my control cubes, which was Bad News City. And I was going to have the guy that he took under here get rid of one of these. Tactical phase, when drawn, discard all Freedom Support cards and redraw an equal amount of cards. Combat continues, reapplying any Venom Assault leader ability. I've seen this thing before. This thing was absolutely terrible. Let's see what we got here. Sidewinders. Tactical phase, discard 1 Freedom Support. Yuck. Then we got this one. Tactical phase, lower the combat value of the leader by 1. Retirement phase, retire 1 Freedom Squadron character from your... This is... Oh my gosh, those were all absolutely bonkers bad. We're going to now have to start with the first one, which is I have to take all 3 of these, discard them. This is on a 3. It's about to die in the game. We'll see how it goes here. I'll get 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. And now, actually, I have just realized it is 2 because I am in the Arctic. So I have Inferno, that's awesome. Tactical phase, that's pretty good. And we have a tactical phase. So I get 1 die now instead of 4. I now have 1. That was bad. Then let's see what it says. Take a card from the discard pile and put it back into play, which is kind of good because I can get that back. So I get 2. Then, oh wait, first we have to do these, I think. Let's check this out. Yes, this is not right. I'm not allowed to bring this person back. The order of operations for the way this is going to work, because it's always going to work, it's going to be bad. I get to apply any freedom support abilities that take place during the tactical phase in any order. So this happens, this happens when it was drawn. So that's going to happen, and then I would get to use any of my freedom abilities. So I do get to put this thing into play and grab 2 more dice. That's awesome. That'll help a lot. This is a when drawn. Okay, then the other ones now I get to do my tactical phase stuff for my characters here. This one says look at the top 2 cards from your draw deck. You may retire 1 card to add its value that it's worth to your combat leader's rolls. Discard any cards not retired. We have one right here. I'm going to retire this character and get 1 more die. Why not? That's probably a good thing. We'll do that. And that, because I'm not going to get any from him because he doesn't actually add any dice. Next, we're going to discard 1 freedom support. Okay, I think that's going to happen after I do that. Apply any freedom support abilities that take place during the tactical phase in any order. Then from left to right, we're going to apply the Venom support abilities that take place during the tactical phase. So at this point, I'm going to actually have him discard 1 freedom support because I've already used his ability, which is, I think, pretty awesome. Then we're going to lower the combat leader's attack by 1. All right, so here we go. We got 6 dice now. It's still a 3 in 3, so hopefully we can get 3 successes to take this guy out. Let's get those 3s and take out Psych Ward. We got 1, 2, 3. Ooh, just enough. He had 3 health, and I needed 3s or better. I've got 3 of them. I don't have anything out there that says that I have to re-roll any type of dice, so that's awesome. I get Flatline back. I'm going to retire this recruit. I get a reward, and I get to put them into my victory pile. What I get? Primeval mutation spores. These massive mushrooms have lain dormant for millions of years. All they need to ripen and blanket the earth in mutagen spores is energy to warm them in the cold space. Global effect, tactical phase, lower all Venom leaders' defense by 1. That's awesome. Okay, that'll help out a ton. And we have to load this back up here. We have 1 more there and 1 more guy here who's a Kamikaze. This guy looks awesome. Soul Flayers. Supporting Kamikaze have double their abilities. Combat phase, reroll any successes once and reapply their abilities to the dices rolled. Okay, interesting. And there is only 1 more Venom Assault leader and reward out there. So if this is the last cube, that's bad news for me, and I've got to keep finding it, or it's already out on the board somewhere. With all of our cards here, I have 8 recruit. I've filled this back up. I got Sandbar in here. I think we're going to take either Drop Zone or Double Vision. I think I'm going to take Sandbar. Maybe? I don't know. We'll take her. Double Vision seems pretty cool. She has a teamwork ability, and she also has a recruitment phase abilities as well, which might be pretty cool. And she has 0 guns and 0. No, I'm not going to take Double Vision. We're going to take somebody that, oh wow, look at this, 4 attack. Okay, we're taking this guy. Even though it's going to mean I don't get to use all my recruitment, that's amazing with 4 attack or 6 attack. That's awesome. We're going to try to take on Thrash here. He's got 3 and 3. That might be something we can do. I'm going to use Glacier as my person that is going to be leading here. And this does say combat phase, reroll number of successes equal to your combat leader's attack. So I might want to get somebody with less attack, but I still want to have the dice to roll. So we're going to use 2. We're going to use him as the person. Then I've got this card, which is pretty cool. A combat phase. Look at the top card from your draw deck. Add its combat value to the rolled value of 1 combat die. Discard the revealed card. That'll be pretty cool. On top of that, it's in the C, so I can do it twice, which is why we're going down here. On top of that, I've got wild card here. And he says, tactical phase, choose 1 freedom squadron taking part in combat. Wildcard becomes an exact copy of that card until the end of combat. So we'll see how these Venom Assault cards come out. I get to draw them. That happens before I have to do my tactical phase and choose what abilities I want to use. I have another one here, which isn't going to help at all, so I'm just going to put her to the side. But then I also get +1 dice here from her. So technically, I can take this guy down with my 3 dice as long as all of this works as well as I'm hoping. We're going to draw 5 cards. This is going to be the scary part here. This could all go downhill really fast. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before I draw them, I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Oh, I am. Look at this Carnage Dome. I totally forgot about this the last time we played, last combat I did. I'm going to gain 2 more dice from that. That's going to be really good. Then I've got this as well, which is a global tactical phase. Lower a Venom leader's defense by 1. I'm just going to do that now so I don't forget it, even though that should take place after I reveal these cards. And I don't think I have anything else that is going to help me. So at this point, we will reveal these Venom support cards. We have Headhunters, tactical phase, +1 defense, so it's back up to 3. Lower the combat leader's attack by 1 for every Venom leader you have captured. Oh, wow. Well, he captured 2, so I'm going to get rid of 2 of these dice. That's terrible. All right, put that up there. Then we have combat phase, cancel 1 successful combat die. That's horrible. Then Tactical phase, look at the top card of your draw deck and add it to the... This is not going to go well. Wow, every time I think I'm going to go get something really good, bad things happen. Let's see what this says. This is 2, so it's going to go up 2. I know I'm supposed to do these after I do the tactical phase, but I'm just doing this so I can remind myself, because moving the cameras around means that I might forget something, and that'd be bad news. Tactical phase, +1 health and defense. That's again horrible. And then we've got Venom Troopers, which is +1 or +1. Okay, so here's where we sit. After all that, before I did any of my tactical stuff, he would be sitting at 5 health and 6 defense. Yuck. That is a bunch of yuck. I can now choose, I could, wild card, this wild guy here can lower the combat value by 1 for each. Okay, this is wild. I don't have any way to get rid of these. Okay. Oh wait, I do have a way to get rid of one of these. I can get rid of this one, Razor Shark. I'm going to get rid of this Razor Shark, so that means his defense is only a 4, which helps a little bit. The reason I can do that is because I have this global effect in play here. I can lower, you can choose between one of these Venom supports. Oh, I can only choose a support, so that's, I only get to lower it by 1, but still that's better than nothing. So it's a 5. Okay, 5 and 5. I hope you're still with me here. Lots of cards that start. This interesting thing about this game is a lot of cards that really start working together and coming into play. So it's hard to kind of keep everything straight, but it really is a cool system, being able to feel like your character is becoming more powerful. But of course, so is Venom at the same time. And that is going to be about, I think, all we can do. So I can choose now 1 Freedom Squadron taking part in combat. Wild card becomes a copy of that card. I have to get 5 successes. I only have 3 dice out there. No matter what I copy, there is no way to do this, because even though I can draw the top card of my draw deck and add its combat value to the rolled value, it's still not going to help because I can only roll 3 dice and I need to get 5 successes. So he has beaten me. It says the combat fails, retire a number of cards from the training grounds equal to the combat leader's, well, it's 2. So I'm going to have to get rid of 2 cards here. I'm just going to get rid of Double Vision and Hornet. The Hornet, that's just fine. And that's about it. I have failed that one. Wow, that totally got rocked on that one. That was something else. I am going to retire my Recruit, and that's going to be the end of that person's turn. We'll refill up our training grounds after we lost so many of those cards. I've got 1, 2, and 3 Iron, Hardcore, and we've got the USS Freedom. Well, that got to be pretty good. Let's check out what this thing says. When this card is recruited, it remains in front of you in effect and does not count in play. Recruitment phase. The vehicles in the training ground cost 1 less. So that's not too bad. All right. So we'll go on to the next turn. But first we have to draw up to 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the ones I shuffled. And this was the one that was on top. We have a Commando. We've got Lynx, Hornet, Sandbar, and Seal. So we got some pretty good cards again. Hopefully we can take somebody out next turn. We'll draw our next event and see what we get. We've got Venom Strikes again. Oh no, we're on 4 now. Venom's Sinister Plot advances. Move the event tracker up 1. See the mission for its effects. Global effect, recruitment phase. All Freedom Squadron cards gain +1 recruit in addition to anything they already provide. Oh, that'll be really good, so I can get something really, really powerful, hopefully. Of course, we're now at 4 on the track, which means our green control cube has been activated. It's really the same thing over and over again, so none of my cubes are going to be doing anything. And I don't even know where the green cube is yet. I forgot to draw my hand at the end of the turn, so we have Avalanche, Flatline, Recruit, and Preacher, which he had a Teamwork Tactical phase, which might have actually helped me. I don't know. I also got a Teamwork Tactical phase here that probably would have helped as well, but oh well, that's okay. We've got a total recruitment of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus I get an extra 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Awesome. 14. What can I get with that? Well, I can get her. Why don't we get Heartbeat? That's 11 to get this person. She has no, but she gets 3 recruit, and on top of that, she can kind of save some of our people, and it's another teamwork event, which is pretty cool. So we'll put that into the discard pile, and we'll see if we can take somebody out. I think we're going to go back into the Arctic again because I have my Avalanche, and the Avalanche gets +2, which is pretty cool. We have to figure out who we're going to have lead this. It's going to be Preacher is going to lead this. So let's see here. The combat phase, so we're not at that. We're just going to go ahead and put on our 3 dice that we have here, which will be pretty cool. Then I get to use the rest of my tactical people here. I get 1, 2, 3, 4 more dice because of all of these tactical phased cards here. And I also get to discard 1 Venom support if it happens. So we'll put him at 2 and 2, and I get 4 more dice from our tactical group here. I'll put them kind of on the top of the card. His will be down there on the bottom of the card. At this point, we are going to have to draw Venom Assault cards. I get to draw 4 of them because that leader is still out. I should probably just go after the leader now I think about it, but He's in the sea, not in the Arctic. We have found constrictors. Combat phase. Reroll one successful combat die and subtract one from its new value. We have tactical phase. Lower the combat leader's attack by 1. Tactical phase +1 and +1. This is a vehicle, so I could probably get rid of. There's a lot of vehicles here. And then we got the Razor Shark. Now we're not in the water this time, which is good. But this is the one where I have to look and see if this is going to help him or not. I think we're going to get rid of that one. So we're going to play them in this order. First comes this one, tactical phase. +1 and +1, or this would go like that. So it would be actually in this order. So this one would be first. It'd be tactical phase. Look at the top card of your. I'm going to discard, get rid of that one. I don't like that one. We're going to use this one to discard one random Venom support card. Oh, it's random. Oh, no, random. Well, we're going to use that. Let's go ahead and mix these up a little bit. Hope we get rid of the right one, because there's some pretty bad ones in here. We got rid of the constrictors. Oh, that one wasn't very bad at all. I could have dealt with that one. All right, that's his ability. He's done. Let's see what I can do with some of these now. I think the rest of these are all things here. Okay, we're going to get rid of one of these. I've got my Arctic thing that says discard one Venom support, and that's one of these. And it also says here, win a combat where at least 3 Venom support were drawn to support the Venom leader. So we have to win this combat, and I'm able to get my rewards. We're going to get rid of this one. That's what we're going to get rid of. So he's going to gain +1 health, +1 defense, and I'm going to lower my dice by 1. That's no problem. We'll place those up in the active area. And I think we're going to be doing okay here on this one. I also get to use my Carnage Dome because I did not use the teamwork one. I'm going to use the tactical phase one. Teamwork, once per round. So he's going to use this right now to help this person. The active player gains combat +2. So I'm going to help him out with the Carnage Dome by getting 2 more dice. And they're going to be his dice up here. So there we go. My 1, 2, 3, 4 here and 4 there. We have 8 dice. We need to get 3s and 3s. And then it says here, reroll all successes once and reroll and reapply any abilities to those dice rolled. Let's roll these up, looking for 3s. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we got 5 of them, which means we have to re-roll these 5, and I need 3s or better again. And I got, oh yes, I got 4 3s or better. We were able to take out Kamikaze. He goes into my victory pile, and then I get the reward. Come on, cube. What I find? Best of the best, not the cube. Records within the database mention that a military buddy of Hardcore has been captured by Venom. Hardcore sets off on his own to save his friend, but Corporal Carnage and several other team members catch up with him. Corporal Carnage tells Hardcore, "We are a team, Hardcore. We all go home or no one goes home." Super awesome line. Sounds like a B-rated an action film. That's amazing. I get a tactical phase. Once per game, before a combat leader is chosen, use this card to reveal the top 5 cards of the recruitment deck. All soldiers revealed may be put into play after combat. Retire all the revealed cards. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, that's out of control. I'm going to retire this card, and I'm going to restock this one with our last Venom leader and our last reward. We have, what's this? Shark Bite. When Sharkbite is placed in a zone or revealed face up, if Sharkbite does not occupy water, swap him with the reward card with any currently occupied water space. If none are occupied, choose which to place him in. Combat may only occur in water. Barf. Well, I'm going to switch him with this guy. So if I were to take him out, I can maybe come over here and put him in the Arctic now. I've got a lot of things to help me in the Arctic. That's going to be good stuff. So I've switched him with this guy. Now, he also has a global effect on him. The problem is, Sharkbite's global effect means that I can only attack people in water until I get rid of him. I'll refill our recruitment here with a Devil Ray, and I will draw up to 5 cards. I've got my 4, and then I'm going to have to shuffle these up and draw 1 more. We've got Recruit, Inferno, Drawbridge, Striker, Watchdog. We've got a whole ton of awesome is what we've got. The other thing we were able to do is complete this. So now I have this ability down here. Once per game, use this card to search the recruitment deck for a vehicle of some kind with it equal to or less than a vehicle in your hand. Place that card in your hand and shuffle the recruitment deck. That's pretty good. I have that one. Now I do get to draw 2 more and see which one of these I'm going to want to try to take into and try to do. Roll these 10 combat dice, a single combat, or retire at least 3 Freedom Squadron cards a single turn. We're going to go for the 10 combat dice. That's going to be our plan. We'll see if we can do that. I don't really know how I would retire 3 people in 1 turn. I have 6 recruitment, and you have to get Hardcore. We've been reading about them the whole game. Hardcore, choose one of the following tactical phase +2, or combat phase, retire a card and to count 2 combat dice as automatic successes. Oh, wow, look, 5 dice. This guy's out of control. Definitely taking that guy. That's amazing. With Shark Bite in play, I have to attack a water space. I'm going to go after Thrash, mainly because he does not have 5 health and 3 defense. The other guy does. I'm going to choose a person to fight. I'm going to choose Sandbar. Now, Sandbar has a pretty cool ability during the tactical phase to draw the top 2 cards from the deck and choose one and add it to play. But he has 4 dice that he can roll, and I think that's just going to be awesome. That's going to be my plan. Now, on top of that, I'm going to play out all the rest of my people here. I've got Lynx. Lynx states that during the tactical phase, your freedom support get +1 dice in addition to anything they already provide. Well, this guy doesn't provide anything, but he's going to give me +1 dice now. This one is also going to give me +1 dice, so I'm at 4, 5, 6 dice. The final character is this one, and this one's going to allow me to get more dice, or make these dice more powerful, so that's going to help me out. Now we have to draw 5 Venom Assault cards again. Oh my gosh, these Venom Assault cards are the killer. I have 4, 5 that I have to draw. Here's our 5 cards. Let's see what we get. We have gotten the Ice Burster, tactical phase. He gets +1 health. I'm just going to put his stuff at 3 and go up by 1 just because that's going to happen. I'm not in the ice. Next we have Nighthawks. Tactical phase, when drawn, discard 1 random freedom support card. If discarded card was a vehicle, I am going to have the Venom leader gain +1. Okay, that's horrible. We'll put that right here because we're going to have to resolve that, but that doesn't take place until all of this actually takes place. Tactical phase, discard 1 freedom support. Oh my gosh! All right, then we've got this. Tactical phase gets +1 defense. That's amazing. And then our last tactical, Sky Claw. Discard 1 freedom support card of your choice. Retire the chosen card instead. Okay, well, we're not in the air, we're in the water. Okay, this is... These cards are amazing. Okay, rule number 1 when playing this game, always get rid of these Venom Assault cards if you can. We'll start with the Nighthawks. I'm going to have to discard 1 random support card. So let's go ahead, mix these up, and see which one we are going to be getting rid of. I'm hoping that it's... I need these dice now because I need to get 4 successes. All right, let's see what we got. We're going to get rid of... Oh, the one that would have really helped me out. Okay, we're going to get rid of her. That's terrible. All right, now we've got that. Now, the bad part is I've got to get rid of this because the next one is going to be get rid of one of these tactical cards here. So we have appeased this one. We have now appeased this one, discard 1 freedom support. Okay. Then we have given 1 tactical. I've already given the defense, so we're okay. And then the last one is discard 1 freedom support card of your choice. Okay. I think we're going to get rid of this one because he's not helping at all. So we're back to 5 dice, and I need 4 fours. Wow, that was brutal. On top of that, after I roll successes, I'm going to have to deal with... Okay, we didn't even win. Because I have to reroll a number of successes equal to combat leader's per... Well, you got 0 again. Thrash is just out of control. All right, we're going to have to now... What's it say at the bottom here? Retire a number of cards from the training round equal to the combat leader's combat value, so that's 4. Good news, bad news, I've got 7 recruit. I forgot about this, so I actually have 12 recruit. And so at that point, I could have recruited another person other than this 6. I think we're going to recruit the Devil Ray as well, just so that I have those, because these are all going to go away. All of these are gone because of that evil Thrash guy. So we're going to get rid of those. We're going to refill this back up to 5. 1, 2, which might actually be a good thing. 3, 4, and 5. Bowser and Pit. That's pretty funny. Oh, the Juggernaut. Come on, that's got to be pretty good. We're going to discard all of our cards and draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And see what happens here. We've got Stretcher, Wild Card, Glacier. Okay, so we've got some good ones again. We should probably be able to take somebody out. We'll move to our next event and see what it is. It is Venom Strikes. Oh, no, it's at 5. It says combat phase. If combat fails, place 1 Venom support card face down by the Venom leader. The support card will be used in addition to any other Venom support card the leader draws during their next combat. Oh my gosh. This game is just so good. Venom has deployed a Shroud of Darkness. Players may take 1 round of play for every control cube they collectively have. Any cube rescued during these rounds may add for the same effect. If there are no time left, Venom has succeeded. So I have to find the other control cube and clear the Venom Island in 3 turns, or actually before if I could actually find that cube. We have basically 3 rounds. A round starts when the commander draws his next event card. So this is it's already past that part on the track. So we actually have 3 rounds to try to find the last cube, and then we get 4, like I said, and we get we need to take out Venom Island. I've got some recruit here. I've got 1, 2, 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got a total of 7. I could grab a Thunderstrike, or I could get a Juggernaut. Why wouldn't you not take a Juggernaut? I think we're going to take a Juggernaut. I'm going after Thrash again. I know it's probably a bad idea because I just now he's like my nemesis. I have to pick a leader. Okay, so here's the deal. I am going to choose Watchdog because he has 1. He has 1 here. And I'm re-rolling any number of six equal to the combat leader's value. It's 1. So I'm not too worried about that. That's pretty awesome. Okay, now I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to get +1 for this. So I'm going to gain another 1. Then here comes the fun. I get to take a card from the discard pile and add it to play. So I'm going to be adding this to play. But now, of course, none of this is happening right now, but I'm just showing you what we're doing here. Then I have a tactical phase. Before Venom leader's abilities take effect, treat this combat zone as if it were any single zone of your choice. That's not really going to play an effect because nothing here has anything that has to do with a different type of zone, but I am in the sea. Of course, if I draw a sea a vehicle or something from the Venom Assault, that would be fantastic. But this is before the leader's ability, so I'd have to draw the Venom Assault cards after this would have actually activated. I also have a tactical phase here, which I can look at the top 2 cards from your draw deck, retire 1 card, and add its buy value to your combat leader's total attack. Discard any cards not retired. That'll be awesome. That's not going to be our plan. That's how we're going to take this guy out. And I get 3 dice for this thing because it's in the tactical phase and we have +3. But we have to draw 5 of these Venom Assault cards and see what we get. Remember, I can't get rid of any of these, I don't think. Oh, yes, there is some abilities I have that can maybe help me out. And I think it's going to be getting rid of this thing right here because this is absolutely a terrible, 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 terrible card. We've seen that thing multiple times. It makes me change the value of a combat die to the highest value to the opposite face. And that's horrible. Then we have this, which is a Komodo. It's going to tactical phase and +2 defense. Well, he's already at 5 and 3 then. That's awesome. Let's see what else we got here. I get to cancel 1 successful combat die. Tactical phase, he gets +1 health, so he's at 4. That's great. And then tactical phase +1 health. So he's at 5 health with 5 successes. That's horrible. Now, of course, not all these are going to probably take effect because I've got some fun things I can do that I can maybe cancel some of this during the tactical phase. I have this global effect, and it's not from one of the cubes, that allows me to remove lower one of these symbols on a support vehicle from Venom. So sadly, that means this thing still is in effect. I can't get rid of that. But I can definitely lower that one by 1. So now it's only 4 defense. So we have +1 defense. I have to cancel a success, +1 health, and +1 defense. So he is sitting at a 3-3. So now he should be at a, what, 5? Really 5 defense? Did I screw this up? 1 defense, 2, oh, tactical phase is +1 defense, not health. So he should have +3, 1, 2, he should have 6, goes down to 5, and he should have 3 + 1 is 4. So he has 4 health and 5 defense. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Then I get to cancel one of my successes. Oh, yuck. Okay, that's all. And of course, I have to flip one of the dice to the other side. So that's bad news too. But I do get 3 from this, so we are going to grab our 3 dice. So we get 3 dice from that. So we're at 3 from this, 1 from this. We're just going to put these cards to the side so I can see everything. I got all this stuff going on now. It's just amazing how many things are going on. I've already used her ability to grab that. Then this thing, doesn't really get to do anything for me. Now this, I'm going to draw the top 2 cards of my deck and see what I can get a hold of. I'll probably be retiring one of these 2 cards. Let's see what happens. I've got Heartbeat and I've got Flatline. Oh, we're going to get rid of Heartbeat. Goodbye, Heartbeat. I think I retire that card, right? You retire 1 card and add its value. I get 11 dice. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I get 11 dice just from my leader. Let's see how this goes. I got an absolute monstrous amount of hits here, and that's okay. This is only 10 dice. I get to roll 1 more, and I got a miss. Okay. Now, I have to use these cards here somehow. Those are the ones that are all done. I have to use these. These are the bad ones. The Harvester is going to make me turn 1 to the opposite side, so it's a 1, so that one's going to fail. Then, this one's going to make me cancel one of my successes. That's fine. Now, he's going to make me re-roll these dice, equal to the combat leader's total attack. Oh, wait, nope, that's not how it's going to work. I also have 4 more dice from that vehicle and my support character, which gives me another 2 successes. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total dice that are successful. So we're going to take these dice now, and we're going to have to roll these up, and I need to get, what, 5s? Oh boy. All right, let's see how this goes. I got a total of 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's just not enough. It was so close. Do I have any way to re-roll any of these dice? I don't think I do. Oh no, that's too bad. Well, the good news is I was able to do this, roll at least 10 combat dice in a single combat. So end of turn phase, once per game, use this card to choose 5 cards from your discard pile to create your hand instead of drawing cards. Well, that's kind of cool. Oh man, that was so close. That was so close. I needed one more. Oh well, that's the end of that. I'm going to discard all these cards. Oh my gosh, those Venom Assault cards are brutal. I actually thought we might have had that one for a second. I'm going to discard this, or sorry, retire that, and I have to retire this entire thing here because of the ability on Thrash. And I'm going to place down 5 new cards. Here they go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another Bowser and Pit. Oh, interesting. And there we go. There's our 5 cards. Before we go on, there is still hope. I forgot about this card. There's so many cards. This one is Tactical Phase Active Player, Combat Leader gains 2 dice. So I'm going to roll these 2 dice, and if they get a 5 or 6, there still is a chance. I got 1. Now, if I can re-roll this die, because of course that is what Thrash's power is, I might be able to take him out. Let's see how it goes. Oh, I still got a 4. Well, I guess it's going to help out in the end. Oh, I just keep forgetting about the Carnage Dome here. That's okay. We'll move on to our other player's turn here now, and he's got 6, 0, 0, 7, 8. I've got a total of 8 that I can get. And I wonder if there's any cool powers. Oh, there is. There is this one right here. This one says, look at a face-down Venom leader. You may choose to reveal it. Nope. Reveal a face-up reward card under a Venom leader. Look at the top 2 event cards from the event deck and place them back in any order. We're going to do that. I'm going to look at the reward card under Thrash because this guy's just been thrashing me. Let's see if I know. Oh, there's the green cube. Of course it's under him. Oh my gosh. I have to take out Thrash and I can't seem to do it. He's just murdering me. All right, that's awesome. That is so cool. That definitely is fitting that he's got the control cube. I wouldn't give it to anybody better than there's been nobody better than him on the board. I've got 7. Let's see what or is it 8? 1, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8. I could pick up Uplink, or I could grab Tundra or one of these avalanches. I think we'll grab Uplink. Well, it's during the recruitment phase. I want tactical stuff right now is what we need. So we're going to grab, there's only 4 though. Oh, and I could get one of these too. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's grab these 2 cards. We'll put them into our discard pile and we'll see, well, am I even going to want to go after Thrash? I really can't go after anybody, mainly because he could do 2, I could attack for 2 with him, but she's not going to give me any dice. I get 1 here, so that's 3 dice. She's not going to give me any dice, and he's not going to give me dice. So I'm only going to be rolling 3 dice, and if I go after either one of these people, I would need to get all successes, and I'm sure with all the Venom Assault cards I'll be drawing, it's going to be Bad News City. So, oh wait, I do get this. Oh no, this is for a teamwork. I can only use this on teamwork. Once per round, choose one. I can't use this on myself, which is too bad. There is still a chance I forgot to draw my other player's hand, so we do have a teamwork tactical phase. If the active player's combat value is 2 or less, I can reveal something and potentially get 3. Another teamwork tactical phase, the active player takes a random card from the discard pile and add it to play. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And then the rest of them is another teamwork tactical phase. The active player may draw 2 cards. If at least one drawn card is a soldier, add both to your hand. Otherwise, discard. Okay, yeah, I think we can actually maybe do this. All right, we're going to try. We're going to give it our best shot here. I am going to go in with Glacier. Oh, should I go in with Glacier? Oh, I have to go I have to go attack the water. I forgot about that because he's out here. Let's just go take care of that guy. Oh, but he's got the cube. We have to go after the cube. That's the deal. The deal is the cube. We have to kill him in order to actually be able to go after the Venom Island as well. All right, we're going to go after Sharkbite. We're just continually getting thrashed by Thrash, so let's go after Sharkbite. We'll use Glacier as our attacker, or should we want to use Glacier as our attacker? I think we want to use Mirage. No, we're going to use just a Commando. Commando's going to be our leader there. That's pretty good. He gets 2 dice. Let's go with that. He's going to get 2 dice. That's awesome. And then this guy can come in here and use his ability to lower the defense by 2. And at this point, I can also use this person to lower the defense by 2. So I need to get 5 dice somehow. Let's see how this goes. We're going to use all of these right here to see if we can get these 5 dice. So we're going to use our teamwork abilities from our other character. I've got 3 of them, which is awesome. But before we do that, let's make sure we go in the right order here. We're going to choose the leader to attack. We did that. We're going to put the health and defense out there. He's got 5 health and 3 defense. Next, we are going to apply the Venom Leader's abilities or global effects. We've already done that. And we're going to choose the combat leader and freedom support cards and allocate our combat dice. So we're going to do that. We've got our leaders out here and we're going to allocate our dice. At this point, we are now going to apply any freedom support. We are going to now draw the Venom support cards. Okay, so I'm not actually adding dice here. These are the only ones I'm adding. It's going to be, wow, none of these are really adding any dice. That's pretty amazing. So I get 2. I get 2 dice. Wow, really? Someone's adding any dice? All right, I get 2 dice. I have to get to 5 dice somehow, but that's okay. There's our support abilities and our support abilities. He's going to draw 4 Venom support cards. These are awesome. Let's see how these 4 support cards are going to go. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. We're going to draw this one. It says, when drawn, discard 1 random freedom support card. Okay. Well, these 3 are support, are not, these are, oh, that's recruitment phase. This is teamwork, tactical phase, teamwork, tactical phase. These are our support cards. All right, let's mix these up. We're going to draw one at random and get rid of it here. It's not really going to matter, I don't think, which one to get rid of. Hopefully it's not that guy who's able to get rid of things. No, that's perfect. Get rid of her. She's got nothing. Oh, she can't actually help. She's not a support card, is she? She doesn't have any type of freedom support. I wonder if I can keep it. I wonder if I have to actually get rid of the people that can do that. Tactical phase, teamwork. Well, we're just going to get rid of her. That's fine. If it's wrong, let me know in the comments below. That was going to be that card. Then we have tactical phase, lower the combat leader's attack by 2. If it's in the air, it's by more than that. I might have a way of getting rid of one of these. I do. This can get rid of, no, I can't get rid of that though. Reroll successful combat attacks. I can lower, oh my gosh, I keep lowering these, but I keep on lowering them. All right, so here's the deal. All these are in play. He has no dice right now. And we are going to, these 2 don't do anything for me, but he can lower his defense by 2 because he will copy this ability. Choose 1 freedom squadron taking part in combat. Wild card becomes an exact copy of that card until the end of combat. So he's going to be a copy of that card. I'm going to lower the defense down to 1. So if I can just manage to get 5 dice, I can take this guy out. How am I going to get 5 dice? Well, that's going to be a real kicker here. We've got Preacher. Preacher says that the active player's combat leaders is 2 or less, which it totally is. They may reveal the top card of their draw deck. If it's a character, I get to add +3. So we're adding +3. That's good. We've got 3. Not on him, on him. Then we have this one. Teamwork. Active player may take a random card from their discard pile and add it to play. Tactical phase, discard 1 random Venom support. Okay, so active player may take a random card from the discard pile. All right, let's see if we can find a good one that gives pluses to everything. Well, here we are. Here's our discard pile. We have to draw one randomly. I forgot it's random. This is no good. One of these has got to give me +2. Let's see how this goes. He is going to choose one of the following. Tactical phase +2. Oh boy, that's awesome. Combat phase. Retire this card to count 2 combat dice as automatic successes. I don't have to do that. I get +2. Oh my gosh, I'm actually going to do this. All right, so I use that guy's ability here to grab that guy to give me 2 more dice. So we have 2 more dice. We are actually up to 5. Wow, I'm actually going to pull this off. I can't believe this. Unbelievable. These are going to get discarded. That's fine. I've only got 3 cards for that character, but that's okay because we're going to take this guy out with 5 dice. He has only 1 defense. He can't get any higher than that, so he is going to be taken out. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything with pluses to health here or anything. He does not get any. I have to reroll successes. Doesn't matter because I'm at a 1 on all my successes. Somehow we were able to take this guy out. That's unbelievable. All right, he's done. Oh boy, that guy was out of control. Now I can go fight wherever I want, but I still got to get the cube from the water. We get an ability here. It says, Battle for the Golden Train. Freedom Squadron locates a missing bullet train filled with stolen gold from Fort Knox, stopping Venom from getting away with it. Recruitment phase. Once per game, use this card to double your total recruitment. Oh, that's not bad. All right. So he has that. Shark Bite is gone. I get to keep that in my rewards. I don't get to refill this because he's not actually, there's nothing left to fill over here. Did I forget to add this guy's dice? Was he supposed to get +1 dice? Maybe I didn't need that much more dice. Well, anyway, we got him. I think I might have missed this guy sitting over here. That's okay. We were able to take him out just barely. That was unbelievable. I'm going to draw 5 new cards now. We have the Commander, Rep, Lynx, Sandbar, Tundra. Okay, we got some cards. That's okay. And I'm going to retire that Commander. We'll refill this, and the only thing we have to do is defeat these 2 villains and we win the game. But we're going to be going into the next round, so I'm just going to take one of my cubes and discard it into the reward discard. There's like a reward card area over there next to the events. I'm going to put that there to remind myself that that means we've used one of our turns. This is where we'll be placing those cards, just to remind myself, and when of course I don't have any I can place, we've lost the game. And I know we're supposed to keep these with our characters so that we know how much victory points we have, but I'm not a big fan of the victory point stuff. I just want to win the game, and it's getting pretty tough. I'm going to draw my next card. Hopefully nothing terrible happens here. It says, Space above and beyond with construction completed on the new Farseer space station. Freedom Squadron sets themselves up to defend its launch and activation from Venom. This is an all quiet card. And I almost forgot about, I did actually forget about this. If combat fails, place one Venom support card face down by the Venom leader. This support card will be used in addition to another Venom support card the leader draws during the next combat. I have to put a Venom card next to Thrash because I believe we lost to Thrash when that thing was out. So that's awesome. He'll have a total of 6 cards now. And remember, he's still got our cube. This is going to be kind of a mute turn for our character. Here we only have 3 recruit, and I don't really have anything I can recruit here. I don't want to go on a mission because sadly I will get destroyed. So we're just going to draw our 5 cards. I have 3 right here. We're going to mix up these cards right here and see what befalls our characters here. We're going to get 1, 2 right here. We got the Avalanche and Flatline, and then on top of that we got Inferno. We've got the Drawbridge, and we have Watchdog. So we've managed to actually retire, I believe, everything out of this person's deck. But we need to beat Thrash. We have 8, I believe. Let's hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. We have 6, and did any of these happen during the actual recruitment phase? On top of that, I might have something out here that helps. Once per game, I can double my recruitment if I want to. So I could probably get something like this. After combat has been completely resolved, you may take an additional tactical and combat phase. Discard all Freedom Squadron Venom support cards and place the top 5 cards from your draw deck into play. I'm actually going to buy this card, and I'm going to use this to do it. So I'm going to double my amount of things I get. That way I can maybe have a chance at, I need as many turns as I can get right about now. So we're going to drop that, and we're going to drop these. I did, again, forget about this. I could have used that to give myself a total of 5 that I could gain here. I don't really know which one. I'm going to grab another one of these. I'll grab this, put it in my discard pile. And I should have filled this up before I drew that card, but that's okay. I've got phalanx, we'll do that. This is this person now has to draw a new hand of cards. And they've actually got a lot of cards here, which is pretty cool. The other group doesn't have this many cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll see what we get here. We got Tundra, Snapshot, Devil Ray, Hardcore, and Hornet. Now remember, Hardcore has 5 that he can attack with. Remember, this gets to make me re-roll him, this Thrash guy. Oh my gosh, you guys, terrible. We have to fill this back up, and that's the end of that round. Now that I think about it, I maybe could have gotten an attack on Thrash from the other character, but that's okay. We're going to remove that. Hopefully we get a good card here. Okay, this might be good. Venom has been gathering relics from Mamba Khan's previous lives, and Hex plans to use them to make him invincible. The Carnage Corps set out on the worldwide mission to stop Hex before it's too late. Global effect. Recruitment phase, gain +3 recruitment. Global effect, tactical phase. The combat leader gains +1, and the Venom leader gains +1 and +1. Oh, that's horrible. All right, we'll put that. I know I'm putting them in the discard pile, but that way at least I know where they are, and I can keep on discarding them and doing that. We are down to 1 cube left. We have to try to get rid of Thrash this turn. I have a total of 8 total combat here, so I could probably pick up something really good. One thing I forgot to do, I've been forgetting to do this almost every time, is we did complete this goal, so I should have grabbed 2 more of these metal cards to maybe take a look at here. Play at least 2 Freedom Squadron with the Ice ability in a single turn, or win a combat using 2 or less Freedom Squadron support cards. Well, that's not going to happen. So we're going to grab this one as potentially our metal. I've got a lot of these Ice ones in here, so maybe I might be able to do it. We've got 1 right here. So maybe if I take another Ice one, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Now I have 8, so I might be able to get something really good. Like we get Uplink, but again, that's recruitment phase stuff. I'm not really worried about that. I think I like Phalanx. He's able to give us extra dice, and he's able to let us re-roll, and he's got 4 attack if I really want to use him. I think that's going to be a really good card. I'll put that in our discard pile. Super big surprise, we have to go at Thrash. And I've got to just keep trying to thrash until we're able to win this. That's going to be the deal. I could go after Russell and Viper because I don't have to be fighting people in the water space anymore, but I think it's better just to get that cube to keep us going. I have to choose a person to be our attacker here. I have to choose Inferno. He's just so good. He gets 4 dice. Of course, I could use that ability, but we saw how well that ability went last time. I'm going to grab 4 dice, and then I have all my support stuff here. Now, tactical phase, before Venom leader's abilities take effect, I can turn this into a different zone. Right now, it's a C zone. We're going to leave it as a C. No, we're going to turn it into an Arctic zone, so I can use this. I'm going to use that. So this is going to turn into an Arctic zone before. All right, and then the rest of these are going to be, I get +2 dice for this. So we will grab 2 dice and put them on that. And I'm going to be able to discard a Venom support. It'd be pretty good. He's got Tactical Phase here to discard 1 random Venom support if I want. Tactical Phase, lower the Venom's leader's defense and gain +2. So I'm going to grab 2 more dice for him. I'll put them like that just for our tactical group right there. Now I need to draw my Venom support cards. I have to draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let's not forget his special one he has under here. Oh boy, here we go. So right now he sits at 3 and 3, and this is where the downfall of all existence happens. Here we go. We got Pythons. +1 health, and this is a character, or a soldier, so we're at he's at 4. Another Python for +1. He's at 5. Then we have the Sky Claw. Discard 1 freedom support card of your choice. Retire the chosen card instead. Not good. I'll put that over there. Then we have Tactical Phase +1 health. If your discard pile has 5 or more cards, it does not. So it's at 6. I'll put that up here. Then we have this Pythons again. Wow, lots of, oh my gosh, I'm up to 7. I have only 8 dice. This one says Tactical Phase when drawn, +1 and +1. And this is when drawn, so I can't get rid of this. He's at 8 health right now. I'm going to put this one to the side over on that side. I'm going to grab 1 more here. Tactical Phase, +1 shield. Discard 1 freedom support. I'm not in the water. I said I'm in the frost. So he's going to have +1 shield. Okay, this is ridiculous. So our Thrash went from 3 and 3 to 8 and 4. Now let's play all of our tactical stuff we have here to see if we can stop any of that. I know I'm kind of playing a little out of order, but this is how I work it, so it makes a little bit more sense for myself. We have this one right here. I get to lower the Venom leader by 1, so we're going to go back to 3. All right, then this one allows me to discard from play one of the characters. So let's grab all the characters we have, and we are going to potentially discard them. So we'll take these and give them a good old truffle shuffle here. Hopefully we do not take out the one that has already been in play. That would be absolutely terrible. Hopefully it's just one of those. What's this one? Tactical Phase +1 health. All right, we're going to get rid of those, and his health is going to go back down to 7. That one is done. We do still have one more. That is our Avalanche. Our Avalanches allows us Tactical Phase discard 1 Venom support character thing here. I'm going to get rid of this one because I don't want to discard a freedom support card of my choice. I want to keep them all because they're all awesome. And that's going to be it. Well, actually, I could remove one now that I've already done some of it. I think we are. I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to let that one go off, and I'm just going to discard this because it's not random, is it? Nope, it's just of my choice. So I'm going to discard that. Instead, I am going to discard this one from that, lowering my defense down to 2. Okay, things might get a little bit, I have a little bit better chance here. So now we need to get 7 or better on 8 dice, or sorry, 2 or better on 8 dice. We need 7 successes. Oh my gosh, here we go. And let's see if there's anything else we can do. There is this one. On one of the chosen supports, I can get rid of one of these. There really isn't any of those left. That's too bad. There is one more. I have this, that during the tactical phase, I can grab 2 more dice. So now we're up to 10. Or sorry, we're up to 10 dice. Let's see if we can do it. Before we roll our 10 dice, there is more bad news that has to happen here. The Venom leaders all get +1 health and +1 defense. So now I'm at 8 successes, and I need 3s or higher. Oh no, let's go. We're not going to do this, are we? Well, let's see how we did here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have done what we need to take him out. I do get 1 more die because it says right here, I do get the combat leader gets +1. So I'll roll that up. Okay, that's good. I now have to re-roll all successes equal to the combat leader's attack, which means I have 1, 2, 3, 4 for him. Then I get 2 from the card and 1 from this card. I have to re-roll. These all have to be 3s or better. Let's see how it goes. Oh no, there's 2 2s. Let's see if we still get them. I bet we don't. We need 8. 2, 4, 6, 7. We missed it by 1. Really? Oh, this guy is out of control. I have to clear all of this. I am not going to retire anything, and we're going to put out more cards here for the next person coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. The other thing I forgot was that this is actually giving me +3 recruit. I did not know, or did not remember that when I played it. We're going to go to our next player's turn here. I've got 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 total, and then I get the +3. 9, 10, 11. So I've got 11. Let's see who I think is really good. Let's get Maleware out here. Active player may Discard malware to draw 2 cards. No, I want something that gets rid of Venom assault cards, and I can't seem to find anything out here. Common phase, add 1 to all the value of your dice rolls. That's really good. Let's get him. Sledge, that's 5. Then I've still got 6 more. I could get another, I can get a Thunder Strike. I guess that's kind of cool. I mean, it worked for AC/DC, didn't it? Thunder Strike, let's give that. You know, it might be Thunderstruck, but that's okay. We'll put that in our discard pile, and now let's see if we can take on Thrash again. Hardcore is coming in this time. It's time to be hardcore. I'm going to get 5 dice for him, which is going to be fantastic. Then I have my 3 other cards that I can play. And they're all going to give me at least a little bit of bonus here. I'm going to get 2 for this one. I'm going to get 1 for this one. And that's it. So I've got 5, 6, 7, 8 dice this time. Let's see if we can do this. Of course, I need to draw 5 Venom support cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is... Here we go again. He starts at 3 and 3. Can it get much worse than it did last time? Let's find out. We have the Venom Scourges. Lower your leader's combat by 1. Retirement phase, retire 1 Freedom Squadron member of your choice from play. That's going to be horrible, so I don't want to retire any of these people. Oh, it's him. You're going to retire that one. He's going to lose 1. Then tactical phase, discard 1 Freedom Support. I'm going to use a card on that one. I think I have a card that gets rid of one of these things. Nope, I don't. This is just straight up bad. So, straight up bad. I'm going to get rid of this one. This is going to be the one that this one's going to get rid of. Now, of course, not all this is happening right at the same time. Oh, wow, another Soul Flare. Are you kidding me? So this guy goes away now. So now we're down to 4 dice. This is amazing. And then we got the Wasp, so his defense is going to go up to 4, which is great. Then we've got, what else we got here? We've got Venom Glider. Lower the combat value by +2. That's sweet. So now I'm rolling a total of 2 dice. I managed to go from a lot of dice to 2 dice. That was pretty quick. Let's see if there's anything I can do to combat any of this stuff. Okay, here's how we're going to counter some of this. Teamwork, tactical phase. The active player may discard card, or player may take a random card from their discard pile and add it to play. And this is the only one in the discard pile, so we might do that. I still only have 2 dice, and I need to get at least 3. Now his defense is only a 4, and he only has 3 health right now. I could also play, I'm going to play Preacher. Preacher allows me to grab a card, and if it has, 2 or less, he's got 5. I get to reveal it and put, oh, that's not going to help at all. Okay, that's just terrible. This is not going to work. The player's combat leader is 2 or less. They may reveal a top draw card. Revealed card is a person, give him 3. So I should have actually switched these 2. That would have been a better plan because I would have known about Preacher. Oh my gosh, I'm just absolutely terrible at the game. Like I said, sometimes there's just I'm starting to get a little overwhelmed on all the things that you can do in this game with all the teamwork cards and all the awesome things that happen. Especially as Venom cards are out of control. There's way too many of them being drawn for me to be able to handle. I can't handle them all. All right, I don't think we can make this combat happen. Preacher should have helped this person out because it's a 2 or less. And then that way I could have potentially gained the 2 from this. I could have gotten 3 more from Preacher, so that would have been a total of what, 5? 3, 4, 5. So together they would have been rolling about 7 dice, which would have been a lot better than rolling 2 against Thrasher. I just saw Hardcore, thought it was awesome he had 5, and we went for it. But that did not happen. So let's continue here. We're going to get rid of this one. I have to retire a Freedom Force member. This got killed by this. This got killed by this. I don't have any way to get rid of those. All right, that's awesome. So I have to retire one of these 2 people. We're going to retire Tundra. That's the deal. And this guy goes back, and we're going to remove all of these again from the bottom part. And we are going to draw new ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, look at the bright side. We are seeing all the different cards you could possibly get from this Freedom deck, which is kind of neat. And we're going to draw up to 5 new cards. We got Glacier again, Mirage, Stretcher, Lynx, and Sandbar. Perfect. All right, let's see what we can do with the other character. But first we have to discard our last control cube, and let's see what we got. Venom Strikes. Move the event up 1. That's not actually going to do anything because it's already at the top. That's awesome. I was really hoping for a nice blue card that might help me out. I get 7 that I can use here from all of the different recruit that we have. I'm going to grab the Sawfish for 3, mainly because I can maybe pull it back with her. And I think that's about all I'm going to do. Now, during the recruitment phase, I can draw 2 cards with Preacher. So I am going to draw 2 and see what we get. We got ourselves an Avalanche and a Phalanx. That's fantastic. So we've done that. Also, we have a few other things we can do during the recruitment phase. Once per game, I can use this card to search the recruitment deck for a vehicle with cost equal to or less than 1 in my hand. And the vehicles I have in my hand are 5, I have a 7. The Juggernaut's a 7. I think we'll be looking for a 7 here is what the deal is. Yes. So we get to search recruitment deck for something that is going to be good. That could be 7 or less. We're going to grab another Juggernaut, mainly because I can get a tactical bonus of +3, which is going to be awesome. So we are going to discard this. This is gone now. Let's see what else we can do. That's really about it. There's not much more I can do. Let's see if we can finally take down Thrash. This is not an open space. That's where the Viperus is supposed to go, but I'm going to be playing so many cards here. I want to make sure I have enough room for everything. Now, he cannot be our leader because I used his retirement or his recruitment phase ability. So we have to find a different person that is going to be our commander here for this battle. We're going to use Phalanx. Phalanx gains 4 dice. On top of that, we're going to get... I don't think we get anything for him, which is really too bad, because he's really good at teamwork. But he did draw 2 cards, which helped. We get Flatline is going to be able to help us get rid of our Venom Assault cards. Then we have these 2 Juggernauts. They're going to give us each 3 dice. So that's going to be a total of 6 that those are going to give us. We'll put those right there. I have an Avalanche, which is going to be allowing me to discard a Venom support or a vehicle card. I'm able to use this person to take a card from your discard pile and add it to play. And that is why we bought this, so I can put this into play. I'm just going to lay it to the side. Then this one is going to be allowing me to discard a Venom support. I want to see a lot of vehicle Venom support cards this time. I'm going to draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Here we go. There's more stuff. That's awesome. It's a vehicle. And this is another vehicle. These are good. The Pythons are going to give him +1 health. So he's at 3 and 3. So he's now going to be at 4 and 3. Let's see what else we can get. What else we have here. Another vehicle. And we have a group that is going to give him +1 health. And he is in a C space. So he's going to get +1 defense. Okay, all that's really bad. This guy has to remain in... Oh no, I get to first... I'm going to play my 2 Avalanches to get rid of 2 of these cards. I'm going to get rid of... Well, let's see here. This says 2 of those, and this says and. So I don't like either of those. We're going to get rid of both of those thanks to our Avalanche cards. Then I'm going to use my Flatline. Flatline is going to allow me to take a random... here are one of these... soldiers, that's the word, and I can randomly from the discard pile add it to play. Oh, it's one, no, discard a random support from play. So these are the only 2 that are in play. So he's getting +1 defense and +2 health. So he's at 5 health and 4 defense. That's really all I have to worry about this combat. And I've got all these dice to be able to roll. Come on. Oh, wait, I forgot about the Sawfish. This is the one I'm going to play with Striker. So Striker's going to bring the Sawfish in. And I'm going to bring in, I get +2 because I'm in the water. So I'm going to get 2 more dice because of that. So we're going to roll these up, and I'm going to roll 2 more, and we're going to see if we can finally take him out. Now, this time I only have 4 dice coming from Phalanx himself. So when I do re-roll them, it's only going to be re-rolled equal to 4. So I think I should be able to do it this time. I get to roll 12 dice. Here is 10. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to re-roll these 2. All right, these are misses. That's okay. I needed 4s or better. Look at all of these 4s or better. And I have to re-roll 4 of them. So we're going to take these 4 and re-roll them. Let's see how it goes. Oh, can you believe it? It took me how long to do this, but we finally got him. Ha! Thrash is done. I was able to take him out. We get our final cube, which was awesome, because if we didn't get that, our game would be over. I don't think I was able to... and I used this. Play at least 2 Freedom Squadron cards with the Frost abilities to gain in a single turn. Oh, I didn't get the Frost abilities. I only was able to use the tactical parts of this. So never mind, I did not finish that. I have to go to an ice world in order to do that. Or at least part of the world that is ice, I guess I should say. That's going to be the end. We got our thing. That's it. We just need to take down Russell and Viper. I'm choosing not to retire anything, and here's our new hand filled with some pretty good cards. The good news is I have really good cards now. I don't have any of those, the cards that aren't going to really help us too much. Let's see what we can do with our other character. They have a total of 0, 1, 2, 6, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 12. I should be able to find something really good in here. Sadly, none of this is really going to, well, now it might help me because now I have more turns because I was able to get my last cube. So now I might want to look for something that's going to help us in the long run, maybe another turn from now. Let's get Walker here, He looks kind of cool. We'll put him into the discard pile, which is going to be fine. Oh, you know what? I think I forgot this again. I should have got the extra 2 dice, but that's okay. We're going to try to take on Russell and Viper with what we have. It might go over well. It might go terribly. It all depends really on the Venom support cards. Before we fight, I am going to use this from the other player. Recruitment phase. The active player may draw 2 cards if at least one of the drawn cards is a soldier. Add both to your hand. Otherwise, discard them both. We're going to do that. I'm going to draw 1, 2, and see what we have. We have both of our people, which is fantastic. Oh, I still got a recruit in there. And we're going to then take the rest of our guys and figure out what we want to do about this guy. We're going to go in with him, mainly because all the extra abilities he can do aren't going to affect anything. All the rest of our guys do have stuff that can affect this attack. I get +1 dice here, so we're going to gain an extra die. And I'd still need to get 3 health in order to get through this. This one's going to allow me to lower the defense. This one I should have done. I should have been able to look at the top 2 event cards and put them back in any order. Let's just look at those real quick, because that's actually going to be a big deal here. I'm going to put this blue one on top. That's going to be the way I'm going to do that. This one is pretty much worthless. There's nothing else it can do. I do have Stretcher. It has a teamwork ability, so that's not going to help us at all. And then I have Bowser and Pit, a combat phase. After combat has been completed, I can do it again, which we might have to do. And I have a tactical phase here. Before you select a combat leader, look at the top 2 cards from your draw deck. Choose one to add to play and discard the other. Okay, we're going to do that. Before I pick links here, let's draw 2 cards. I get to add one of these. I'm going to add this one because I think I need more dice. So what does this one do? I get to look at the top card of your draw deck. If its symbol is to roll value +1 combat die, discard the revealed card. I think we're just going to use this because I want more dice here. I think I'm lacking some dice. So we're going to do that. So we get 2 of those. He's done. This person's going to potentially be done. These guys are done. This isn't really going very well. I only have 5 dice, but I get to lower his defense by 2. So let's set his tracker to 3 and 4. And now we get to draw, 5 cards again. Oh my gosh, just 5 cards are brutal. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I don't have any way to get rid of them. If you notice, the best chance I had was getting rid of these cards. What's this one? Tactical phase, +1 or +1, whichever one's lower. So that's going to be health. I'm just going to give him +1 health for that. Then what else does it say? Whatever is lower. Okay. Then we have this. What's this? Night Striker. Reroll all combat dice with roll value of 6 once. If a second night is reroll all combat dice, reroll 5. Okay, so if there's multiples, that's awesome. No more extra wasps. Wasp's going to give +1 defense. That's awesome. Headhunters, tactical phase. He gets +1 defense. And this says here, lower the combat leader's attack by 1 for every Venom leader you have captured. Oh my gosh. Well, he's only got 2, so we're going to get rid of 2. I think we're about to lose this before it even starts. +1 health, and discard 1 freedom support. All right, so here's the deal. We have lost. There's nothing I can do about this, so we're going to get rid of all these cards. But I am going to activate this guy on combat phase. After combat has been completely resolved, so I'm going to resolve combat at this point. You may take an additional tactical and combat phase, discard all Freedom Squadron and Venom support cards. Yep, get these out of here. And then we have to draw some new ones and see if we can actually take this guy out. Also, right down here it says when combat fails, place a Venom support card here, face down, and a random Venom leader in play. By a random Venom leader in play to be used to the next combat round. So it's a random one. I'm going to roll the die and see what we got. This will be number 1, and we'll just go around the board. We got a 1. So of course it's him. Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to draw up a new set of cards. I've got 1 right here. And then we have to shake, or I should say shuffle up our deck and see what we get. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's see if we even have the ability to attack this guy. We have Wild Card. We have a Hornet. We've got Wed or Sledge. This person, I don't think I can attack this guy. Walker, what's he do? Tactical phase. Discard 1 Venom support card and the lowest Venom and lower the Venom leader's health by 1. Well, that'd be great, but I don't think we even have enough to attack this guy. I've got 3 here. I guess 3 could attack, but then I don't have any way of gaining more dice without getting one of these. And this is not in the air. This is land. So right now I have 3 attack dice. He's going to draw a gazillion of these, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything. Well, let's draw our 5 support cards and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we will see what happens. if this gets out of control here real fast. 1 defense, 1 defense, 1 defense. We've got get rid of something, 1 health, and 1 health. So he's at, what, 7 defense? So yeah, we can't attack him. It's out of control. All right, that's the end. He gets to grab, oh, now we need to put another one next to somebody. I got a 6, so we'll place it up over, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's only 5 people. All right, let's roll it again. Why not? There he goes, he gets a sting. We'll put down another Venom recruit card here, and I'll draw up to 5. I've got hopefully something I can use as teamworks is what I'm really looking for. Oh, that guy again. All right, we got some pretty cool cards. It's time to place our cube there. This is our last turn, but this is in theory going to be a good one. Countdown to Chameleon. Venom attempts to use Chameleon to replace an ambassador, blow up the Worldwide Defense Conference, and send a message to the world. However, Blindsight sees through Chameleon's disguise. The commander may choose a zone, reveal a reward card from that zone face up. Oh, that really didn't help too much, but that's okay. I'm not even going to do it because it's a mute point. We have to take out Russell and Viper. I have 7 recruit. Not sure if it's really going to help us, but I'll take Tracker. That's fine. And we'll go into trying to take out Russell and Viper again. Russell and Viper start at 3 and 4. That's half the battle here. I have to pick a person to attack with. We are going to use Inferno. He's going to grab his 4 dice. That's sweet. Then I have these people as well. This one says, before Venom leader abilities take effect, treat the combat as if you were a single zone type of your choice. I am going to choose water. We're going to grab a water zone, mainly because I have this card that's going to give me an extra 2 if I'm in water. This one is going to be able to gain +2 to this person, and he's going to lower his defense by 1. Of course, all that's going to transpire, but first we have to draw our support cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here's a 6th one. Let's see how this goes. I have, this thing is terrible. Discard all Freedom support cards and redraw an equal amount of cards. Combat must continue reapplying any Venom leader's abilities. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Oh, and this one's great. Tactical Phase, he gets +1 health and +1 defense. I'm just going to do that now. He's going to be placed up there. Then what's this one do? Reroll all combat dice of 6. That's sweet. Panther's going to give him Pythons are going to give him +1 health. This one is going to, when drawn, gets +1 health, and I get to draw another Venom support card, so why not? Here comes another one. He goes +1 health, so he's at 6. This one allows me to cancel a success. I'll stick that right here. And this one, he gets +1 health from the Pythons again. All right, so he went from 3 to 4 to 7 and 4. That's not too bad. I still have a lot of dice, but I can't have any of these dice anymore because I have to discard these and redraw my support team. So we're going to get rid of those 3 and draw 3 more and see what we get. We got, well, we're in the water, not in the Arctic. So this is going to allow me to discard a Venom one. I'm going to discard, I think we're going to discard this. I'm going to discard this one with that card. This one allows me to pull something from there, from my discard pile, which is sweet because we just put some stuff in the discard pile. So I'm going to put that back out because it's still water. And we're going to gain 2 dice for that, which is going to help out quite a bit. And let's see what our last one is. It is Flatline. Tactical Phase. This active player may take a random card from their discard pile and put that into play. That sounds pretty cool. Let me make sure I'm doing that right. I might not be doing it right. Tactical Phase. Nope, it is when drawn. Okay, so when drawn, that has to happen. So now I can do all these things. I'm able to get rid of that. I'm able to, Tactical Phase, active player may take a random card from their discard pile and add it to their hand. So we're going to take our 2 cards here that are in the discard pile, mix them up a little bit. Oh, that's a teamwork tactical card, sorry. We're going to discard a random Venom support character. There are 3. So we're going to, oh, there's 4. Here comes a Shadow Fang. So we're going to shuffle these up a little bit. We're going to discard one of these and see what happens here. Discard this one. Ooh, that's good. Well, no, it's not. When drawn, it's already happened. So that didn't help us at all. That's too bad. So instead, we still have this where I have to re-roll 1 success. I have these that are still in effect. So this thing is still at +1, 2, 3 health and +1 defense. So it should be at 6 and 5, right? Really? 3, 4, 5, 6, and 5. Yep, wow, that's out of control. So 6 and 5, that's fun. Okay, I need to roll these dice and I need to get 5s on 6 dice and I'm only rolling 6 dice. That's ridiculous. I do get +2 more dice because of this card right here. So that helps. And I think that's about all I have. I don't think there's anything else I can do that's going to help me. I do have, whoops, here we go. I have to keep looking for my cards. Tactical Phase, lower all Venom leader by 1. So we'll lower that by 1. And I think we still have this global effect. I can choose to offset one of these powers. This one is, I'm going to offset the defense on that one, bring it down to 3. That'll be okay. And I think that's all the cards I have that I can use. Unless he's got something over here he can help me with teamwork. Teamwork, tactical phase. The active player, combat leader gains +1 for every 2 Venom support cards in combat. Round it down. Oh man, I'm totally going to play that. Because he's got, what, 4 of them? So I get 2 more dice? Yes, please. 2 more dice, I'll take that. Let's see what else we have. Do we have any other ones that are going to help me out here? I don't think so. That's okay. We're going to discard this because that is how you use the teamwork abilities. Okay. I think this is what we're going to be rolling. I need to get 6 of that are going to be 3 or better. We're going to roll up our dice here and see what we get. I need 3s or better. I have to remove 3 of them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that is enough. He only has 6. And oh wait, we have to do this. I have to remove 1 successful combat die. That's fine, I can get rid of this. And I think we still have 6. He had 6 health. We were able to take Viper and Russell out. And sadly, I think I missed the bottom of his card here. It says, if combat fails, place a random support card face down by a random Venom leader in play to be used the next combat. That's all I read. I didn't read the rest of this. Then place a random Freedom Squadron card from the training ground under Russell and Viper. When captured, place 1 of these cards in the player's discard pile, return the rest. Okay, it's not going to have any gameplay effect, but I should have been placing these cards underneath him from the Freedom Squadron deck. It's not the end of the world. We were able to defeat Russell and Viper. We got a reward. I don't care what the reward, because the reward is we won the game. And there you have it. That was Venom Assault. I'm a huge fan of this game. This game is awesome. Those Venom support cards are amazing. They really turn the game into different ways of how these things go. I don't mind the swinginess of that at all. I think it's absolutely awesome because you do have ways of getting rid of them as long as you can get the right cards out of the deck of recruitment down here. It was a lot easier for my one character who had all of those avalanches to be able to get rid of those cards. It was a lot harder for my other player on this side to be able to do that. They didn't have a lot of ways of getting dice, and they didn't have a lot of ways of getting rid of some of those. So there is a lot of learning going involved into how you should create your decks. Retiring all of those characters right away in the game may not be your best bet because they're the ones giving you the extra tactical +1. A lot of the other cards I was recruiting didn't help that much. So Venom Assault is amazing. I love this game. I'm super excited I got a chance to play this. Thank you, Colin, from the One Stop Co-op Shop for allowing me to use his copy for this playthrough. I hope he doesn't want it back anytime soon because I'm having a blast and I'm going to keep on probably playing this for a while. There is a lot going on in this game, and I'm sure I missed a number or two or a card or two that I may have had, because at one point I have all these different treasures, or rewards I should say, plus the medals. I know I missed a couple of those and gaining those back, and overall there's all these ups and downs of all the different Venom support cards, and then your support cards bringing things up and down and creating different ways of how you're able to beat these guys. So I probably missed a few things here and there, but overall this is a blast, and I hope you got an idea of how this game plays, and if you're interested in it, you can try to go ahead and pick one up yourself. I don't think it's too tough to get a hold of, and it would be a great game in anybody's collection, especially if you enjoyed that G.I. Joe the Deck Builder game. Thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough of Venom Assault. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell symbol so you know what's coming next. Also, please feel free to leave anything in the comments below. I would love to hear from everyone. Do you enjoy this game? Do you think this is a better system than G.I. Joe the Deck Building game? Because they're very similar in style, but I would never, I'm actually going to own probably both of them because they both have a different itch that I think is really cool. Again, thank you so much for watching, and if you're excited to see what comes next, then I need you to meet me at the table.